would be like.
Okay, now I am in about 10 seconds.
Should I just buy it and say it's that big? It doesn't show me the size.
There's no like picture?
No.
Should be.
Yeah, we need an even XL wouldn't be enough. Those are tiny molds.
Oh, hey,
No. This is like a normal size mold.
No, it's not. Look, regular. That's a regular size. A mini is a tiny, half this size. It's small.
We're ready whenever.
So 150% would be like a little bit bigger than this. That's not.
See, when it says mini, I'd say it would be 50% more than that because.
No, mini is 50% less.
But look at how big this bath bomb is.
Yeah, but M&M minis are like 75% less, and they're smaller, but they're delicious.
There's no frame of reference. They don't have like a hand next to it. You can't go by that picture.
It's on a fucking plank of wood.
How big is the plank of wood? Does it give the measurements for the plank of wood?
We're live on Twitch. Watch your fucking mouth.
That's not. Listen, it has regular size as 100%. That means it's this. A regular fucking D20. If it says mini at 50%, it is half of this size. That's not going to work. $12, that's fucking ridiculous. Sorry. I'm ready.
That's how we started the stream.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Do your intro, boss.
Hi.
Hello.
That's my intro.
Good talk. Okay.
I don't have an intro yet. I'm not.
I don't, tell them who you are, what you're doing, what we're doing.
Well, I am trying to get better at streaming.
On Twitch.
I am trying to get better at streaming. Maybe I should be a little more professional about it. Hi, I'm Tannis Jr.
Hi, Tannis Jr.
Fuck you. We're going to be streaming another game of our Tyranny of Dragons game with Crimson Barrel as the DM, Nicole from Nowhere, and then further down we have Captain Dadpool, and then further under that we have Max.
We are missing our bard today, Alicia.
I am slightly more professional than I was before because here is character art of our characters.
Hey.
Drawn by the DM.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate that we're missing Alicia because upon our character's return to Waterdeep, a second session of the council is called, like an actual official session. Whereas before, if you were to return to the Lord's Castle, you'd find them milling about. They're like staying indefinitely in Waterdeep during these proceedings, but they'll like come and go as they will. This is an actual official called session for the council, given your actions and theirs and the cults over the last several weeks, while you were dealing with the situation with Drakhorn and Verum the White. Ooh, sorry. So we're just gonna have to fill her in. Gretel, if you want to take
well, that's the good thing about
nicer notes even than like you already do, which you take pretty damn good notes. What's up, dude?
Yeah, that's the good thing about streaming. She can just watch it.
That's true. Although she would have things to say, and so I mean, like if anybody feels like Axis would react a certain way to something, you can always jump in. Because
Our best. Our best.
I believe, when last we left off, the party had cleared the tomb of Didyrus. They had apprehended Verum the White, brought him back alive to Waterdeep, and that is when we ended that session.
We got him back alive and unharmed.
Mostly.
He has all the pieces that he was born with. maybe less a tooth, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fair to say.
Okay. Sorry, and where do I have y'all right now? Are you on the? Yep, you're still on the 2-minute dividers. So we'll move you to the council room, where I've been summoned. It is important to note here that Lord Neverember has been replaced as the Open Lord of Waterdeep by Lady Laurel Silverhand, who I believe previously was the Lord's Alliance,
head
intermediary, diplomat, everybody on the other side of the table from you. And so her position is currently being filled by Onthar Froome in that regard. So she became the Open Lord of the Waterdeep. Onthar Froome is the representative from the Lord's Alliance.
Interesting.
Doing dialogue between multiple people is always weird. So I think we can kind of give more of a summary. But for certain aspects, we will discuss. Yeah. Who is upset about what, really, is what that boils down to.
Nobody's upset. Everybody's happy. Absolutely everybody.
It's happy times.
Yep.
Okay.
Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy.
All right. Sorry. Yes. So, and I'm just going over notes and whatnot. So just give me 2 seconds.
No.
Absolutely not. Wing it. Go.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it.
They, obviously, and we don't have to discuss it unless you want to do a recap for Twitch there, Dustin. But essentially, they would debrief you on both the situation in the Sea of the Moving Ice and on Verum the White. So if you want to give a quick recap of the order of events for both.
Yeah, we got a couple of jobs from them to try and help deal with the cult as a whole, the dragon cult. One thing that we had to do is go get the horn, the name of which...
You didn't recover the Drakhorn, but you recovered a member of the Arcane Brotherhood, Kath the Crimson, who is the only living person who was researching the Drakhorn.
So we were able to save her from a white dragon, which we killed by throwing a rogue at it.
Is your finishing move?
As we are wont to do.
While a bear distracted his wife.
Yeah. While the ancient dragon was distracted.
Out of the fight.
But anyway, and then we helped release that person and get them home. Once we got that, we got some cool stuff from them. Our cleric went off on some cleric duties from her god, and we got attacked by some assassins, and we fucked them up too. And we killed that dragon that was with them by me smashing its head in with my giant maul that has a giant book on it.
Upon hearing this, the council members are very impressed that you dealt with sort of the hit squad from the cult with no casualties, not even civilian casualties. You managed to protect the townsfolk as well as yourselves. For Verum the White,
we protected ourselves. However, we're not exactly unscathed. I have a giant scar on my back, and one of us is less a limb.
Oh, well, yeah, no. In the proceedings on Xanaray's sort of side mission given to her by her goddess, she did lose a leg. However, you had recovered months prior, in your journey to the Sea of the Moving Ice, you had recovered a prosthetic leg, a magical prosthesis that she was able to attune with. Yes. So, she like, I imagine, well, she just walked away, but I imagine Xanaray kicks her leg to the table. Oh, okay. And like pulls her pant leg down a little bit so that they can see the fucking bones and that shit, because it's a reliquary.
I'll just put my leg up there, like, this is my leg. Fine.
Or having captured Verum the White alive, the Harpers, the Lady of Waterdeep, Conrad, so that's the Order of Gauntlet. Everybody's happy with that for the most part. And there's a sort of a checklist going on that's behind the scenes as far as for each of these factions. Everybody's happy with that except for Delon, who feels like undergoing a trial is a little unnecessary. Verum the White has already proven that he is perfectly fine with upsetting the order of nature and the universe, and so a summary execution would have been preferable to him personally, but everybody else is...
I will throw out there, when he mentions that, trust me, it's preferable for us as well that he just straight up die. We love killing those motherfuckers, but maybe he can help us kill the other motherfuckers by giving us some information. It's the only reason he's still alive.
Having been captured alive, he relays everything that he knows about the cult's activities. What he was doing there, he was using the divining pool to try to locate the white dragon mask. He did see it in the divination pool, and the cult has already recovered it, however. He also relays additional information regarding the Well of the Dragons and the leader Severin and the tenuous alliance that the cult has made with the Red Wizards of Fey. So, capturing him alive provided a lot of necessary information to the Council of Waterdeep.
The Red Wizards of Fey, we ran into one of those guys, right? In the castle.
Sounds familiar.
I think you killed one of them.
The other one fell off a tower.
Three. You killed one. One fell off a tower, hoping that he would be caught by his associate. His associate had already fled. That was Asbara Joss, I believe, fell to his death off of Skyreach Castle.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Additionally, having returned McCath and her research, and also bringing them, oh god, I cannot remember her name off the top of my head. The Toad, the Draconic Scholar that was the Toad.
Right.
That
Marflub.
aligned. What?
Marflub.
Marflub, thank you. That aligned the Arcane Brotherhood with the Council. They are powerful allies, and all are pleased that their allegiance sort of has been won, with the exception of Ontharr Froome. Ontharr Froome as the representative of the Lord's Alliance here.
Crap, we care what that guy thinks, don't we? Damn it.
My freaking boss.
We'll sort of... Ontharr Froome will address the table and say, well, I don't personally trust any of those wizards. I know they don't really care for which black and dark magics their members might want to research. They have many evil wizards in their midst, and I don't know that necessarily we need their help or should take it, because they could backstab us at any point.
Probably.
Not so much that it affects the Lord's Alliance's opinion of the ruckus, but that he just doesn't like it, I should say.
That's fair.
Delon Winterhound of the Emerald Enclave at the bottom here. After your debriefing, they will sort of go over the cult's recent activities with the loss of the Skyreach Castle. The cult is like their intelligence gathering capabilities have been severely damaged by you returning Skyreach Castle to the control of the giants. Additionally, they have lost some of the giant support as the Lord of Skyreach Castle sort of tries to sway the opinions of other giants towards his side, that Tiamat will give them no favor. Anybody who follows her is a fool because she will devour them all. Nobody is safe from her, not even her allies. So he's pulling the opinion of a lot of the giants who have been swayed to Tiamat's side and those neutral parties to instead join the alliance against the Cult of the Dragon. Yeah.
Real quick thing we probably would have talked about before we came in here, but are we going to mention the conversation that we had with a certain archdemon?
That is up to you.
Are we going to mention that?
I don't think so. Is there any? We would have discussed.
There wouldn't really be a need to.
Okay.
I mean, we're going to. That's like.
That the party attempted to parlay with the fucking Archduchess of Avernus.
I attempted and succeeded. We succeeded. We walked out with our lives. We succeeded.
She just didn't kill you all.
We walked out with our lives. We succeeded.
We're not doing anything for her. We're not on a mission for her. Right? So.
It does raise an interesting point, though, that there are fiends and devils and demons in Avernus that might not necessarily be too keen to see Tiamat resurrected.
That was going to be the thing that I would bring up. Like, that would be the only reason that we would mention it. Like, hey, we ran into some demons, and we had a conversation with one of them. With a demon.
A lie of omission, it's fine.
We're not lying. Just, well, we had a conversation with a demon, and it seems that some of them are very against Tiamat coming, and it seems that also there are some that want her released. So we might have to be dealing with demons soon as well.
Should we tell them? Do you think that's valid information that they should have?
This is a conversation we would have before we came in here. So,
well, if the party agrees that that's information that should be brought to mind, then maybe. But that's between the four of y'all right now.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I would share that much. We have it on high authority.
What do y'all think? Because I think right now you've got a 50-50 split here. Tell them because it might be important information, and keep
if it's telling.
Because we're dealing with devils.
Telling them.
Denry doesn't care either way.
Tell them.
That's 3.
Oh, well, I mean, it's 2 and a neutral party, so if that's how you feel.
I think what do we think our bard would say? What do you guys think our bard would say?
God, I hate speaking for her.
I honestly think that Alicia would think that it's information that the council should know, that there's the potential that there might be demons or devils that are interested in keeping Tiamat imprisoned.
I actually think I would actually, Gretel would think so as well. I think she wouldn't want to keep that a secret. So yeah.
Pretty much what I said is what we'll tell them. Hey, we had a conversation. This is what we learned.
Calm down.
With that, I think everybody would listen, Conrad and Ontharr Froome would be sort of in an agreement that, like, you stumbled across devils and didn't attack them immediately. Didn't kill them.
A weird situation, honestly. We were waiting for them to attack us, and then they didn't. So it seemed like they were waiting for us to attack them, and then we didn't. And just it got a little weird and tense. So we started talking.
Abominations from the lower planes must be destroyed immediately. I do not care for demons and devils and fiends. If they have interest in supporting us, then we will slay them before they can open their weedy
We're in
little.
a situation where our lives were very much at stake, and we didn't know how much further we had to go. We needed to
We
be
made a
smart
decision
in
in
what
the
we were
field.
doing, my lords and ladies.
Plus, and I will look around not only at our 2 members, but to one of their other council members. Sometimes it's better to wait and not immediately assume someone's alliances just on their looks.
There is a new face at the council. This human woman to the left of Leiral.
Mm-hmm.
At this, she'll kind of introduce herself as Elia, and she will say that the world is at stake, and for them to refuse any sort of assistance would be foolhardy. Like, obviously, you take whatever they say with a grain of salt. You don't trust them implicitly, but if we can bring anyone into the fold against Tiamat, then that's absolutely what we should do.
And be aware, we are not suggesting that we align with demons or devils at all. Just that we may have to deal with them one way or another.
The enemies of our enemies are our friends.
Essentially.
Just intelligence to have on hand.
Yeah. So that if that was like at the end of your debrief, then we're saying earlier as far as Delon Winterhound here of the Emerald Enclave. He lets the party know that that the Enclave has been investigating rumors and stories of recent dragon attacks in the Misty Forest. At wit, the king of the Misty Forest, or the king of the elves here, King Melindrak, is going to sort of kind of wave that away. Just, it's being taken care of. There are no more dragon attacks. They've stopped. The problem has been dealt with.
Can I, real quick, if it's, can I insight check that to see if like if he's trying to hide something with that?
Yeah, go for it.
I was gonna actually ask to do the same.
If anybody wants to
Cool.
insight.
Natural 18, so good
Seven-
first roll of the night.
17.
Insight 19.
King Melindrak sincerely believes that the actions that he took to step up the defenses of the Misty Forest have dissuaded further cult attacks.
Okay.
The Emerald Enclave is not so sure.
Not me projecting at someone, not telling us the whole truth just because we're doing that, but like.
Essentially, what the Enclave wants, it's not enough simply that the attacks have stopped. They want to delve further into where the attacks originated from, and if there are still remnants of the cult there, that they should be wiped out for their crimes against nature. That really, honestly, is the only sort of direct lead that they have right now. The cult is still doing what they were doing before and randomly attacking towns and cities with no real rhyme or reason. You can't honestly predict where they might strike next. So that would be your primary lead at this point. And with that...
With that, I'd kind of lean over to Raziel and say, "Hey, I know you're not really part of the sneaky group.
The Zentrum.
Yeah, the Zentrum that we're talking to you. But maybe if you ask them if they have any other information that they haven't shared with the council yet, and they're not comfortable sharing with the council, ask them. See if they can point us in any direction."
Okay. I could do that.
After this, kind of after the council
After
meeting,
this exchange.
just see if they've got anything for us.
Yeah, after the council sessions, there's always like a period of time where the people are milling about, and that would be an appropriate time to sort of talk to her on the down low. I cannot find a pen. Max, I need a pen, but I love you. A pen. I need a pen. Okay.
There's 5 right near me.
Yeah. With that, the meeting is adjourned essentially, and people sort of relax and kind of go off on their own little conversations.
Can I,
a little bit.
real quick, the person that's from the Harpers?
Yes.
Can I quickly just kind of ask them, like, hey, what's with the change of leadership?
For the Harpers or for the Lord's Alliance?
For the Lord's Alliance. Why was that switched up?
That is an excellent question. I might just put Raziel over here with Rihanna if that's what he's going to do. So earlier, one of the Masked Lords of Waterdeep, Arthagast Olbrinter, like before the first council session that y'all had, he was assassinated by the cult, and he was sorry, I might be getting behind myself here. There is a specific reason for it. Hold on. There's a reason for it, and I cannot remember it off the top of my head. And it's in here somewhere. Fuck. Pardon my language.
Yeah, geez. What the shit?
I want to say that person was the Lord of Waterdeep. They were assassinated, and Narember was a temporary. He was in the position temporarily, and then they delegated and they voted on Laurel as the leader of Waterdeep, and as the leader then therefore of the council.
Gotcha. So it just changed just because they finally voted a guy in. Gotcha.
Yes.
All
right. And I can double check that real quick. Oh, duh. It's in like the front of the book. Ah! My bad.
Other than that, I would just give them a bunch of information that I learned on my travels.
Yeah, because Daggle's still there. Sorry, this is the one who was leading the sessions before.
Yes.
So Daggle sits to her right now, and she is in command. Hold on. Yes, the Masked Lords. Yeah, the Masked Lords of Waterdeep choose Lady Laurel Silverhand as the successor to Daggelt Never Ember between the first and second sessions. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Just wanted to make sure there wasn't any like creepy stuff.
Okay.
Anyway.
No, nothing nefarious. It was a democratic situation. All right. What? Absolutely. Sorry. Yes, and people are milling about. Gareth, during the council session, Alaya was basically staring at you the entire time. And she sort of like, if you at some point glance over at her, she will motion for you to join her as she walks over to this pillar.
Okay. She like just to get my attention, or was she trying to give me like fuck me eyes, or?
She was not giving you fuck me eyes, no.
Okay. All right, yeah. After I learn what I need to from the Harpers, I'll go to her.
She doesn't say a word to you when you first walk up, but a glint kind of flashes in her eyes, and you feel the overwhelming sort of frightening presence. And you see in your mind's eye, and I'm sorry, I'm fucking moving my shit around before I have everything in place. I should think before I speak. God damn it. Yes, sorry. I just needed to remember what color. God damn it. You see in your mind's eye the visage of an ancient silver dragon. Havarlan's scale thrums against your chest. And you hear the name, fuck all of these draconic names. Sorry, you hear the name of Aurelia Carnos.
Can you spell that for me? Sorry.
Fuck you. Okay.
I'm not going to be able to spell it off the top of my head.
OTAARYKKARNOS.
Jesus, Wizard of the Coast.
Aurelia Carnos.
What do they do? Just have a 5-year-old slap the keyboard and go from there?
Exactly. Oh my God.
Omanyatark is now stuck in my fucking head because that's the goddamn iceberg y'all were at for like 9 sessions, and I kept having to like, the fuck do you
Shit, I'm gonna hit save before I lose that.
Is it as bad as Blackgithkits?
Blackgithkis. Fucking draconic and giant. Stupid. Sorry, so yeah. The name Otarelia Carnos flashes through Gareth's mind.
And it's a silver dragon?
It is a silver dragon. She looks rather pointedly now at your chest and tells you, you are wearing a scale from my late husband.
Whoa.
What?
May I ask how you obtained it? He gave it to me!
Okay. Sorry, that hit me. Okay. Number one, I assume you mean Havarlan. He took me in for a while when he saw me out one day when I was traveling away from my herd, and he saw some potential in me and took me in and taught me to read and write, and most importantly taught me your mind is as useful in battle as your weapon. He was a great mentor to me, and he meant very much to me. I only just recently figured out that he... Do you know how he fell?
I will tell you, but first I'd like to know how you found out he died.
Well, reason of deduction. I'll gesture over to Raziel, my friend there. He has a dagger that seems to hold the soul of his grandfather and hears his voice many times. And my other friend, her ring seems to hold the soul of a friend. that she is able to conversate with as well. I have heard Havanan's voice a few times. Anytime that the scale glowed. So I just assumed.
She kind of puts her fingers up underneath it and hefts it. It doesn't contain his soul. It is merely a conduit for which his soul can interact with this plane.
I'll take it off. He meant much to me, but I take it he meant much to you as well. If you wish.
No. Keep it. It was a gift to you.
He gave it to me the day I left. For my own adventures, to learn more.
She's going to kind of hold her hand up. She's got rather long nails. She's going to grip one and sort of pop it off. You see it recover immediately, and the one in her hand becomes a scale, and she'll hand it to you. If you would wear this with that, it'd be one way for us to stay together.
It would be my greatest honor.
That is not why I'm here, however. And to answer your question, you slayed one of the dragons who was his demise. Many metallic dragons are being attacked by our less shiny cousins. So I thank you for that as well.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Oh, this is hitting me.
I'm here as a delegate for another faction. The metallic dragons would have an audience with this ruckus.
I will need to confirm with the others, but I'm sure we would be happy to.
I will contact you again when we are ready to receive you and with the location.
Anything you need. You have to ask.
She will walk away from you back to Laurel.
Gareth is just gonna head to his room. Just head to his room. Be alone for a little bit.
What's up, Nicole?
I was just saying, aw.
I love you. You're amazing. Wonderful. Fuck you so much.
Unless anybody else... Raziel did want to speak with Rion about anything the Zentrum have found out or are doing?
Yes, I did. I suppose.
And there was a point... Hold on. Whoop! Yay, notes. Damn it. Thought there was. Could have sworn there was. Yeah, so. Sorry, I'm just.
No,
Sorry, just giving me a minute to process that shit. Damn.
that's
Oh, I
good.
need to escort that. Oh well. I'll figure it out later. Fuck me. Did not see that coming.
That white dragon. That makes me wonder if his wife that we let go.
Oh, fuck. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
It's possible.
maybe not. She doesn't like her husband very much.
I don't know. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just.
Killed that little blue dragon though too. That young blue dragon.
We killed a couple of white
Mm-hmm.
dragons, a blue dragon. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that is it.
Yes. So that will. Sorry, I was just checking on something that happens in the next session. If Rion is approached and asked, essentially, like if there's anything the Zhentarim are holding back from the council, that they are starting to hear whisperings about a divide splintering within the cult of dragons itself, and that they may come into very valuable real estate if that happens. And rather pointedly, she'll tell Raziel, if and when that happens, if and when that happens, I anticipate your support, and your party will be rewarded handsomely.
We do love rewards.
Oh, fucking carrying around a growing horde.
We have a dragon horde.
So, I mean, but it's up to you.
Hang on.
Oh, did we lose him?
No, he's switching back.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, let me do a refresh.
I think you froze for her.
You're muted right now, Ricky.
So yeah, Rion is essentially like what she said before on the last session. Oh, he is muted. Was that if there were any powerful artifacts that you procured during your travels, or certain things of that nature, up to and including buildings, that if you considered the Zhentarim first, even before telling the rest of the council necessarily, that she would make it worth your while. This is more of the same.
Okay.
You mean not like my leg?
Oh, we've got a bunch of powerful artifacts that we still haven't totally discussed.
We did. We found some cool shit.
I'll respond with more or less what I said before.
No.
We'll wait and see what happens, what we come across, and we'll make a determination at that point. We can't promise or commit to anything right now. So, yeah.
She will sort of attempting to kind of gently remind you, but also with venom, that kind of a sickly sweet, that in all likelihood, without the Zhentarim, Raziel would not be alive today. And kind of a remember who your friends are type moment.
I like this lady.
You weren't a joiner. You never joined the Zhentarim, but if you had dealings between any of the thieves' guilds, that wasn't, in a sense, dealings with the Zhentarim. You were never a member, but you took quests from them, stole for them.
You were a freelancer.
You were a freelancer. Yeah. But yeah. To this, she doesn't expect a response. She'll sort of, kind of a rhetorical, open-ended thing, and she'll saunter away from you. I do mean saunter, as tieflings do.
Tieflings
Max.
Okay, that works.
wag her tail a little
I
bit.
have a quick question for Anthar.
Okay.
I just want to ask him real quick if do you think that the king of the Misty Forest would be offended at all if we were to venture there to just try to make sure the cult does not have any strongholds left there? I know he feels that he's dealt with the issue, but it seems like the Emerald Enclave isn't so sure.
Well, personally, Sparrow, he doesn't have to know.
All right,
You don't need his permission to go anywhere.
all right. Just wanted to make sure before we go causing.
I would maybe later, not right this second, but later, see if you can accost young Winterhound over there and get more information out of him.
All right. Thank you.
Max, you got anything to add? Anyone you want to corner and question?
Not really.
Y'all ready to wrap this and move on to later that evening?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dellen Winterhound will request sort of a private audience with the Ruckus in one of the sort of meeting areas later that night. So I'm going to leave the other people at the table, but just make the assumption that they have left for the evening. I'm just putting them back for the purposes of... for the purposes, like for my own sanity later. So
You're fine.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Gareth wouldn't go, but whoever comes to get him to let him know that, it would just say, I trust any of your judgments.
Okay, we can do that.
He's gonna.
Are you keeping all of that close to the vest, Gareth, for now?
It's a thing we'll talk about later.
I imagine he's going to at least let y'all know later about the metallic dragons.
Right.
The full story.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. With that, Dellen will fill you in more about the situation in the Misty Forest. King Melindrak has a son, Prince Oligarthus. And it is Oligarthus that contacted the Enclave in the first place to further investigate these cult attacks. The both of them together agree that they think that the cult is just like biding their time and building their power to more heavily attack the elven strongholds in the Misty Forest. He is aware. Sorry, is he aware? Hold on. Yes, he is aware that the attacks are being carried out by a lone green dragon, and that green dragon may have a master, or does have a master, but that master may in fact be the green worm speaker for the cult.
Okay. Great.
And for people who may have forgotten or don't know, because I think you did tell them,
Oh yeah.
Gretel, that it was that she or did you tell them that you are like worried? You did because you said that you might. Yeah.
He's a green dragon.
She's not a big fan of green dragons. For those who don't know, or anybody watching the stream who doesn't remember.
Yeah, she hates green dragons because fuck green dragons.
Because fuck green dragons. Yeah. So, okay. Well, that's the kind of thing we take care of. Gretel kind of looks at the others. And
I mean,
yes.
I was just like, I mean, you're right. Are you
Because
gonna be okay
dragons
with it?
are shit, it's what we
Oh,
do.
are you going to be all right? All I heard was right when you said that, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, yeah. We can. Of course. She's looking at you like there's people at the table. Of course, I'll be fine. We've killed dragons. Dragons killing is what we do. So, um, yeah. Would you be able to give us? I assume you'll be able to help us with the layout of the area and give us ideas of where this has been taking place or where you might suspect they are.
Um, he would. So, all right. I keep saying he would. I can talk as him. Sorry. Um, Altland. Altland is where you should go first. That is where the prince is located, and it is where one of the last dragon attacks occurred that we are aware of. It's all good, Ricky. Dip out, boss. Feel good.
Yeah,
Get
sorry
well.
guys, I'm
So sweet.
fucking
Well,
not okay over here. I
mm,
tried to soldier on, but
We appreciate you, buddy.
You got
talk to y'all
this
later.
important
Go
information.
chug that NyQuil.
The council was like, everybody really ought to have been there for that, but I'm glad we're recording for Alicia. So
yeah.
Cool. All right,
Take
very
care.
good. All right, good night, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.
Night.
good night.
Poor
I
guy.
feel like he doesn't really like the role playing part. Just like, let me kill something. Damn it!
Just throw me at another dragon already.
I have to throw y'all at more than one at this point. Damn. Okay. So yeah, sorry if y'all want to discuss that, or do you want to tell Dylan to step out of the room for a second so that you could talk about it?
Well, we are missing one of our members at the moment, but I know he would be all right. Yeah, if you could maybe give us some time to talk.
All right. And he will walk out of the room and kind of down to the other side, just so that he's not like next to the door.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And Raziel will be kicked back with his feet up on that table and kind of snoring, not really paying too much attention because he's along for the ride, as it were. But
Right.
I will. I'll cover Axis for this.
He gets to kill dragons. That's what he cares about.
Right. He wants to kill dragons. We throw Raziel at dragons and he stabby. I mean, there's going to come a day where I have to deal with this. And she rolls up her sleeve and she looks at the bracelet. She says, I'm already being a mommy to a green dragon as it is. So if you guys will back me up, yeah, I'm willing to face
All you have to do is sit back, shoot it with your bow, and we'll handle the rest.
it. I have a feeling I'm going to have to get in there with my fists at some point. I would never just leave you all to fight this on your own. No, I have to get in there. It'll be important. And I've got Rue with me now. I think I'm ready to face it.
That sounds like a plan then.
To the
All
Misty
right.
Forest.
Yes.
How far is that?
Why y'all gotta ask questions about landscape and shit like that? Like, I just know everything off the top of my head.
At least that one's easy to figure out, though. You got the measurement tool. You'll be all right.
The Misty Forest.
That, and I'm surprised you didn't ask if they know the name of the dragon.
They would not know the name of the dragon, no.
Because, wonder if it's that dragon, Gretel.
Oh, fuck.
He's fucking with my feelings. He might as well fuck with yours, too.
The Misty is not far. Misty Forest is closer to Waterdeep. Colin, you know better. Misty
Give him a
Forest.
smoke, please.
You had 9 upstairs. What the hell?
I had 3.
All right. Hey, it's bedtime too, buddy. So come here.
Good night, little one.
Aww.
Did you see his hair?
Yeah, it looks so
He's
good.
got fancy hair now. I mean, he had fancy hair before, but he has fancier hair.
They had green before, right?
He had green and red, and now it's hey.
Did you
What the
almost
fuck,
not
dude?
give your mom a hug? How dare? How
Dear.
dare, child? The internet just saw you try to run away from a hug.
So that's 400. Hold on. The Misty Forest is about 200 miles to the southeast. You would take the tradeway to Daggerford, or to the Way Inn. The Way Inn would be closer, actually, and from there traverse into the Misty.
So I'm gonna be listening, but I'm gonna go play with his gerbils for a minute because they haven't been played with yet today.
Yeah, just make sure that we fed them and gave them water last night. So they're probably fine. Their bowl was mostly empty, so I did that. Sorry, but you'll be listening. That's fine. The Way Inn will roughly be a 3 or 4 day journey on horseback.
Okay.
Yeah, so 4 days to the Way Inn, maybe another day into the Misty Forest, traveling along certain paths to Altland, and from there, sort of picking up the trail.
About a weekish to get there, and then search the trail. All right.
Yep.
If you're ready for Dellen to come back wave him in. If to ask him any more questions, or just let him know that you will. That's the only lead you have right now to follow up on, anyway, necessarily, so that. We're on roll right now, y'all. I'm sorry.
No, you never have to apologize for anything. I do ask him by any chance if he. I know you just said no, but Gretel does ask him if he knows the name of the dragon.
I have no idea.
Okay. All right.
They're not exactly flying around shouting their names at people.
Shouting their names. And it's
What do you
only
think
one
this is,
dragon that you
Skyrim?
know of?
We've only seen the one dragon. It is the same dragon.
All right. Any particular features that make this dragon stand out?
He has one eye and there's a flag on his back.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Good to know.
That reaction.
Would there be a reaction for that?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I think so.
Ah.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'll go back to the story. Yeah, I think so. We could talk about it.
Do you want to talk about it?
I thought there was a reaction for that.
Would there be a I don't know.
Go back.
Did you cut an eye out of that dragon?
No, I didn't.
Or was it already had an eye gone?
No.
Oh,
It didn't have an eye. Okay. The dragon that Gretel faced. To specify, because now we're playing the pronoun game.
Yeah.
Right.
The dragon that Gretel faced was not missing an eye, no.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pulling up the thing now. I'm like, did I say anything that would have? No, I don't think so.
Let me double check real quick. Maybe not. We can talk about it. You and I. Not right now, but.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you whether or not, but like as of right this moment, there's nothing that would make you think that. No.
Here, I'll just post this in a message to you, so
Okay.
you know I reacted. This is what I have written down from that was said to me.
Oh, okay. So that might have warranted a reaction then. You take really good notes. I forgot that I told you that.
You know what's funny? I take good notes as a player. I take no notes as a DM.
That's
Just gonna throw
because
that out there.
as a
That's
DM,
my DM secret.
I completely forgot that I told you that.
Is her reaction okay? Is her reaction okay, or do you want to retcon that was said? I don't know.
No, you can. That's perfectly fine. This is a valid callback now.
Okay.
So the flag on its back is a battle standard.
Okay.
And yeah, it's missing.
Yeah, it's missing an eye. Okay, so yeah, that was her reaction.
I really wanted that to like be when you were face to face with this dragon for that to be when you realized it. But fucking A, I need to remember.
So you can stomp on her heart like you did to mine earlier.
It's okay. She's got the reaction is happening right now.
Roll a d20 to see if you have a panic attack right now.
I missed what happened.
Constitution saving throw. Go.
Did I add anything to it?
No, nothing.
It's a 19.
Wisdom, that's fine. 19? Okay.
So 19.
You prevent Gretel successfully avoids having a panic attack right now. It's
she definitely is like, I mean, there's definitely a reaction that her friends would notice. I don't know if what's his name would notice, but her friends know her well enough to know that she's like frozen and like, yeah.
I forgot.
Vanaray and Axis would notice that what he just said had an impact on Gretel.
What did he say? I missed it.
Dellen Winterhound. Is it Winterhound? Am I saying?
Gretel asked if the dragon had any specific features.
Identifying marks.
And Dellen told the party that the dragon is missing its right eye, and it has a flag embedded in its back.
And Gretel kind of froze.
Reacted to that.
Okay. Love you too, Colin. And then Ari's just gonna like mage hand pat her back.
Oh!
Raziel will mage hand pat her back.
I think Axis would kind of hone in on that and like give you a bit of a quizzical look and like a we'll talk later vibe.
Mm-hmm. She's just like, all right. And she can't. She's actually not able to continue. She kind of just looks down at the table.
Well, if there's nothing else, I have other matters to attend to, but I look forward to your future reports. Dellen will
fight a green dragon.
Just gonna put him seat on the table.
While all that conversation is going on, Gareth is gonna try to look up information, ask the Harpers something, try to figure out who the 2 dragons were that took down Havarlin.
Omanyatark, the ice lair that y'all were at before, was a lair of Elia, not of Havarlin, but it was a lair of Elia. They had multiple different ones, and they were sort of like patrons. Not patrons, like a patron dragon, patron deity, I should say, of the ice hunters that were there before the white dragon that y'all killed, moved in.
So it was those
that
2.
intentionally, like chromatic dragons are sort of like taking over hordes and layers of metallic dragons to
Hold up. So is like part of the horde that we just stole Havarlin's horde? Like a piece of Havarlin's horde?
no, it's a piece of Elias. Like some of it was of Elias' horde.
Oh shit, now I feel bad.
But obviously, like when a dragon takes over a lair, they take over ownership of the horde. Elia kind of felt that happen, and could there's sort of a weird kind of mental link there. Could tell that the dragon that was there was a young adult, and sort of like, oh, you're challenging me. Oh, that's adorable. And Havarlin insisted on flying out himself to deal with it, and was ambushed by 4 different dragons.
I got a lot of killing to do, guys. I got some hunting to do. Fuck.
2 white dragons, a black dragon, and a green dragon.
So one that left. The one that left. We need to find her. She's an ancient though. I don't give
She
a
is
fuck.
an ancient dragon.
I don't give a fuck. We'll hunt her.
She's also a friend of Axis. Just kidding.
I mean, kind of. You
I
know,
mean, she is. They're
She's an
friends.
acquaintance of Axis.
they had a long girl chat.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. No names.
No names.
Okay. So now I just need a white, black, and a green.
Just random ones. Just kill them for fun. Well, so here's the thing: is that when Havarlin's scale told you the name, and I'm not going to pull it up and fuck draconic names.
I'm sure I have it here somewhere.
When Havarlin's scale told you the name of that dragon in particular, it shuddered a little more violently. I don't know if you remember that part, but I did.
I just figured it was the proximity, I guess.
That might be your bigger clue. Well, that's me giving you a little bit of DM knowledge then. So
Okay.
You're welcome.
Well, Gareth is smart. He could figure that out now.
Yeah.
Now that he knows Havarlin's dead. And, at the time, he figured it was proximity. Yeah.
If you want to role play out between Gareth and the rest of the party, what Dallin told you specifically more that Gretel's pretty sure that this is the dragon that wiped out the 73rd. And then Gareth, if you want to information about what you found.
Here's a fun thing. When you guys come to tell me what happened, you're going to come into my room and there's broken shit everywhere. All of it. Fuck, we're going to have to pay some money for this room.
Then he's going to be like, well, seems like everybody's having some issues today.
I'm just going to look at you.
What?
He's just going to look at you and not reply to that.
Yeah, I mean, Gretel's looking at you and not saying anything. Kind of a similar look.
Hey, Gareth, you want to go kill a green dragon?
I would love to.
Are you breaking
Also,
shit, Gareth?
he would also look at Axis. The dragon that you got to leave that cave. Do you know where she went?
She didn't tell me where she was going. Just that she didn't want to deal with saving her husband because he was pestering her to replace a lifelong friend of hers as though it was a puppy.
Did she mention that friend? Is it another dragon?
No, the friend was the human rider
Oh, right. I remember now.
on her back.
I remember that story. Okay, never mind.
That when she turned into a human form, became the skeleton of a parrot on her shoulder.
My friend Havarlin was killed by 4 others. One was the white dragon we killed in those caves. Another was the one that left, along with a black and a green, and that's all I know.
I'll be honest with you. I think if we had faced that dragon that day, we would have all died.
Maybe that day.
I think you're right there.
But this time, no dragon will ever get away from us again.
Well, that's comforting.
What are we facing in the Misty Forest?
Apparently, the dragon that killed my friend Rue and my company. He says it's missing an eye and it has some kind of standard, some kind of flag stuck into its back. And Rue told me that she took out its eye before she killed it. So it's very likely this is the same dragon.
Then I'll feel bad asking this, but I'm still going to. Can we not kill it right away? I have some questions.
Ooh, that's gonna be difficult. How do we subdue a dragon?
I'll find a way.
The kill is mine.
All I need is to know where the others are. This kill is yours.
We're not gonna throw Raziel at it?
If there's any possibility that this creature could escape,
Oh no, if it tries, I'm throwing you at it.
It's gonna be a fastball special with Gretel instead of Raziel.
thank you.
Another human with 2 scimitars. Make it happen.
All right.
I will tie a rope around you, throw you, and pull that rope so you spin around like a fucking top. I don't actually say that.
You'll have to spin her around like a lasso.
All I ask is that I'll need your emotional support when we face it, because I have this fear still tied to it. I'm afraid that it might take over me, but I know if I have you all with me, I think I can overcome it.
I'll pick up the nearest piece of whatever broken wood or whatever. I won't let any fear take over you. When we find that dragon together, we're bringing it down.
Thank you, Gareth.
at this point, now that he's like talked with you all and like he's close to Axis right now, so he's gonna look around and realize the room's all fucked up. Oh. Do you mind? Can I sleep in a different room tonight? I think.
Yeah, you're bunking with me, buddy.
Thanks. Thanks.
Gretel goes over to him and she just puts her hand on his shoulder and she says, I'm so sorry about Havarlin.
Much like your friend, he has not left me. But I'll be sure to make him proud. And I'm gonna take a small sack of like 10 gold and just kind of leave it on what's left of whatever desk and just walk out.
Oh my god. Gretel will dip into the party funds later and leave quite a bit more than that. He destroyed the whole room.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck you, Mason.
I love you too.
I'm in the feels.
Aw. Yeah.
We had all the feels this time. With that, I think the party would probably want to rest for the evening before setting out the next morning, or no? Or are you all?
Yeah.
Gretel
Yes.
going to have dreams tonight. She wakes up in the morning. She won't remember them exactly, but she's just sort of filled with courage and love, and she just remembers the phrase, "You have this." Gareth, you are going to have nightmares
Joy.
about the white dragon and the lair and its more formidable mate, but also the blue dragon that you slayed. When you awake in the morning, your tongue feels weird in your mouth. Either visually inspecting it or feeling it with your fingers, it appears to be.
Access, what the fuck?
It appears to be forked. Why don't you read the last feat on your list in your character sheet for me?
Yes, you're gonna. You can speak for your range. You're gonna. That's bonus action.
Wow. Did you get a special?
Look at that.
He got the tongue of the dragon feet.
Ooh. You magic?
Well, after having a small crisis about that, and then, just looking over at Axis and she doing the whole thing, because it's Axis. Yeah, cool.
Axis was with you
Yes.
when the blue dragon sort of exploded.
Yeah.
On her elbows, there are sort of rough patches of blue scales forming. That is going to translate to bonus electric damage, lightning damage. With her, like anytime she uses any attack that deals electric damage, she's going to roll an additional d6 for the damage for that. With the exception of her bow will just go up. I think it's a d8 now. It'll be a d12, d10.
Sweet.
I think. Don't quote me on that. I need to look. They're technically throws of wind.
Longbows are usually a d8. So if it went up by 1 damage die, it'd be a D10, yeah.
It's no, it was 1d6 before. Now it's going to be 1d8.
Oh, gotcha.
The secondary damage will remain the same, however.
Okay. Cool, though.
Note that on her thing personally. With that, the party, if anybody wants to, needs to, and I'll let Ricky and Alicia rather, figure that out on their own between now and next week. If there's anything y'all would like to procure in Waterdeep before you leave, speak now for your piece. You are walking around with several thousand gold in each of your collective pockets.
We are. Well, let's buy another cart.
Yeah, we
We
need a
keep
cart.
leaving them behind.
We can pay for that out of group funds.
Axis does have a caravan. For now, we can act as though that's what you're using and buying new horses. But in the meantime, like if later she's like, no, I don't want to have taken that caravan, then y'all can get a different cart. But the caravan is pretty comfortable.
Okay.
We can buy a comfortable cart.
That's true. But either way,
plan on leaving. But anyway, because I'm assuming once we're done with what we're doing in the Misty Forest, she can just bamf us back here again.
And leave our cart and horses.
Buying carts and horses and abandoning them everywhere.
Yep.
It's a 4-day trip, you lazy bastard. Like, it made sense for Lustrum, Lordran.
Yeah, because that was like a 2-week journey, 3-week journey.
At least.
It might even on the way back.
Your horses for that, but you took them to Boresker Bridge before you went to the Tomb of Daedalus, and then you abandoned them there. So, or no, you sold them first, didn't you?
Yeah, we probably sold them.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Add like 600 or 700 gold to the party fund, then, if that's how you're gonna boil that down.
Cool. I mean, I don't really need it. I'm full up on my wineskin of healing.
And not that anybody has been using those, I don't think, but if you have been, you can recover them. So it's essentially the equivalent of 4 supreme healing potions, I think, right? And that we're at.
That's what it is. Yeah.
That you're keeping. Player has that.
Yeah.
Okay. 4 of those. And then that's enough healing. We have. I don't know if we still didn't open that airtight chest, whatever was magically in that.
Right.
I don't think we figured out what the amethyst ring did. That was magical. We have a couple of spell scrolls that are protection from energy. A potion
Save those for Dragonflight.
Axis will recover however many pearls she's used from her necklace, so it will be back up to 10. It's 10 uses plus an extra use for burning the string itself. String is made up of little pearls, and there's big ones kind of in a pattern on them that she can burn for uses of Identify. So I'll go ahead and, if I can hit the button, I'll go ahead and bring that back up to 10.
Gareth and Raziel will take the chest into a room, like a broom closet or something, where it's like away from people, where shit happens. And they just kind of use. Raziel will use his mage hand to open the chest, the airtight chest.
Hold on, somebody's got to remind me what's going on. There was an airtight chest?
Yeah, we got it in the library, Daedalus' library. It was a magical airtight chest.
And no one opened it?
Nobody opened it.
I thought that you did. The airtight chest contained 7 silk robes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Each.
Okay, I did
Never
have
mind.
that.
That's where you got the amethyst set ring.
Okay,
Uh,
got it. The spell
Max
scroll,
will
maybe? Okay.
burn and identify before refilling her thing, so it's actually 400 out of her pot. Unless y'all want to take it out of the company pot because it is essentially for
Who's
everybody.
identifying for the group?
What comes out of the company pot? Sorry.
More pearls for
Take
identify.
400 gold for pearls out of the company pot.
100?
400.
400, got it.
4 pearls worth 100 gold each. This is a ring of resistance to poison.
Nice.
Ooh.
Which would be very helpful against a green dragon. I believe.
Yes.
Good.
But
Oh,
who
boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
wears it? Is the question. Yeah.
It does not require attunement, and you want Gretel up in that thing's face. So that's
Well, whether we want Gretel up in this face or not, she gonna be up in the face.
that is an
So,
interesting point. You are going against a green dragon here. So if you
We all want potions of poison resistance.
yeah. Well, we have those scrolls of protection from energy.
Yeah, but green dragons are poison.
Yeah.
That's
Protection
so
from energy can choose poison, I believe.
I think he is.
energy. Really?
Pretty sure. 90, 98 now. Was 100, now it's 98.
Yes, you. For the duration, the willing creature that you touch has resistance to 1 damage type of your choice.
Yep.
Nice.
And how many scrolls? 2?
You have 2, and they last for an hour. And because they are scrolls, they do not require.
That's brilliant.
A mage
Concentration.
or concentration. Yep. So we have those 2.
2 scrolls.
And the ring. So we have 3.
3. So a couple of potions?
Yeah, 2. We'll need 2 more.
At least, unless you want to amp that up just in case. I mean, you can always sell them back later.
Right. Let's buy 4. Rather have too many than not enough.
Potions of poison resistance?
Potion of
Yeah, you can always use the potions and then keep the spell scrolls of energy for later if that's what it burns down to.
Yeah. Those are usually around 500 gold each.
Okay. Yeah, they're pricey.
I'm going to double check my Sane Magical Prices PDF.
Yours might be different than mine, so.
I'll pull up what I charge, just out of curiosity.
Potion. I think it's just a potion of resistance poison.
That's what I looked at.
Mine is 300.
Yeah, mine says 300 for potion of resistance, which I want to say it's whatever resistance you pick for it.
Right.
Yeah. And if we can get 5, so there are only 3.
It would be 1,500 to procure 5.
Okay. I'll take it out of the party funds.
Okay.
Unless you want to.
I'll pay for it.
We've still got, let me tell you what we have in the party funds right now. 12,162 gold.
True. Okay.
I'll take it out of there. We can keep an eye on that. 1,500.
We got 5 of those just in case some shit happens.
So, do you want me to hold on to those right now, or?
Let's give 1 to everybody.
Okay, everybody gets a potion of poison resistance.
Well, let's give 1 to each of us. You don't need it.
I don't need it.
Let's give the extra ones to Ricky.
Okay.
To Raziel, just in case he needs to sprint to somebody.
Yes.
Because he's Mr. Quick Boy.
I'll take the ring of resistance to poison. And it doesn't require attunement? Or it does?
Does not or does?
The ring should not. No.
Okay.
I'll double check, but I am almost positive a ring of resistance does not require attunement. Oh, I lied. It does. It absolutely requires attunement.
I think I'm only attuned to 1 thing so far.
Your attunement to Ruse Ring does not count against the 3 magical attunements. So I don't know. You are also attuned to Wind and Whirl, but they only count as 1.
1. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're good.
Other than that, I don't know. What kind of armor do you have?
I think it's just a breastplate, but it might be fancy pants. Let me check.
This still says chain shirt. No, spiked armor. You have the spiked armor.
Yes. Spiked armor. I don't think it's special.
It's
it?
not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. It's a medium armor that is like it's the same AC as I think a breastplate, but it's just different.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Why won't that go away? There it is. Okay, cool. You still have the chain shirt. I don't know why.
I don't think I have it. Like, it's not counting, is it?
It counts against your weight for
Okay.
all the equipment that you have. So if he's going to throw you, you're kind of fucked right now.
Okay. I should sell the chain shirt.
Well, speaking of that, I do still have a potion of brawn, but I can't find what that does.
Did Gretel keep her quiver of holding?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I wasn't seeing it on the thing.
Oh. I did keep it.
Lock of trickery, horn of silent alarm. You should have, because it was a container.
Yeah.
So it did like that. That's just how those teleport circles work.
Yeah.
For the cult is that it's just a way that they can quickly get tributes to Tiamat's fort.
Yeah, I have it on my D&D Beyond sheet. It just
Yeah.
came off of there somehow.
So they can do that while maintaining their bags and various bags and containers of holding. So anything that has a dimensional charm on it like that does not get taken.
Right.
Because it itself has less value than the items that would necessarily be in them. That's just it was weird, but yeah. Sorry. So is that all we're doing? Axis procured more pearls, and you bought the potions of
Resistance, yep. Our wineskins are full.
Quick question about the amulet that's proof against detection and location. Did one of us take that? Do we want to use that? We got that out of the shallow graves.
I don't know that anyone did.
One of the cultists was wearing that. One of the dead cultists.
That's
that was
right.
buried.
If we give it to anybody, we should give it to Raziel.
Yeah.
Why?
We also
Super
have that.
sneaky. Be extra super sneaky.
That's a good point. It also requires attunement. I don't know how many items he's attuned to. I know his gold and his molten gold armor is attunement. I think are boots of Elven. I don't think boots of Elvenkind are. I just need to give myself a list of all the items y'all are fucking attuned to. Those do not require attunement. What else does he have? His dagger doesn't require attunement. Pick and pocket does. He hasn't been using that. I think the Ring of the Raven might.
He's been using his flame tongue, his flame blade.
The flame blade, I don't think requires attunement. Pick and pocket is not really for attacking people. I mean, it is a +1 weapon, but it just has abilities outside of that.
So he's got a free slot.
Flame tongue, I don't think requires attunement. It does. Flame tongue does require attunement. So no, as of right this second, if he unattunes to pick and pocket, he can just keep it. But yeah, so Ring of the Raven, Flame Tongue, and Molten Gold Skin. Technically, right now, he is attuned to 4 items. So I will take that off. The Goggles of the Night do not require attunement, I don't believe.
No.
Yeah, we really ought to check these more often. My bad. He also has a Saber of Life Stealing that he could sell.
Yeah, if he's not going to use it.
That was what he took before he decided to equip the flame. Y'all are just fucking lousy with magic items. This is ridiculous.
I know. It's like we have a good DM or something.
I know we have a really nice DM.
I mean, I'm using a couple for specific reasons, but a lot of these were like shit that y'all bought or found. And Axis came away from her one shot with a shitload of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
Well, then I would say he should unattune to pick and pocket for now, and then keep the necklace. And if he gets into a situation where we're going to need him to be extra super sneaky and non-detect, he can attune to it. Or if someone else has to, he can just toss it to them, and they can attune to it, and then do the thing that they need to do that requires having that on.
Here, let me...
But for now, he'll hold it.
Of proof against detection, and whoop, I'll just drop that on his shit. So yeah, between Flame Tongue, Ring of the Raven, and Molten Gold Skin.
Remind me, what's the Ring of the Raven do?
The Ring of the Raven allows him to use Dimension Door.
Right.
And something else. He has 4 charges. It takes 2 charges to cast Misty Step as a 2nd level spell, or all 4 to cast Dimension Door as a 4th level spell.
Gotcha.
It regains its charges daily at midnight.
Ew.
Which is, that's useful in combat. He just doesn't use it because he never remembers the stuff that he has. I don't know why he currently only has 200 gold. Anyway, all right, sorry. Yeah, we've been playing for an hour and a half, and we're still in Waterdeep. I'm sorry. All right.
No
Good episode, guys.
If that is all, then you can make your preparations to leave for the Misty Forest. I told you where to go necessarily, but you don't have to take the tradeway if you don't want to. You can.
If that's the most direct route, that's exactly what we would take.
It's certainly the easiest route.
Yeah, we would take the quickest way, I think.
Yeah. Whatever gets us to kill a dragon faster.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. I literally have an upset stomach on behalf of Gretel.
Oh.
Have we found out how old this dragon that we're about to fight is?
It's probably an adult.
Nicole wrote that when. So there's an issue actually I just saw in your backstory there, Gretel. When Gretel was 19 years old, which was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
This dragon was a young dragon.
Oh, did I say young?
You said young, and then you said adult.
But there were 2 dragons. Is the thing. They were fighting one, and then one came out. They were fighting one.
Yes. You killed one. You killed the young green dragon, and then an adult. Okay, my bad. So that's me being an asshole. No, you're fine.
No, that's okay. They just didn't know there was another one. They thought they were all hot shit and didn't know there was a bigger one.
Oh, who's that remind you of?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that why you get so nervous with us?
Exactly why she gets so nervous with you. Now
Makes
you
sense.
get it.
Makes sense.
You're making the mistakes she already learned in life.
Now you get it.
Says the youngest one in the party.
Exactly. She got scarred for life early.
You're the youngest one in the party, and yet you're the mom character because you have more trauma.
Exactly.
I still love how Gareth had no trauma.
I know.
Yeah, no, I give you trauma. You're welcome.
Yeah.
It's more to come. It's fine. See, this is where you don't tell
I
the
like
DM.
to think too. While they're leaving Waterdeep, if they're just traffic is terrible, there's crowd. Gareth will use his new ability to just straight up Get out of the way! And
Nice.
everything within 300 feet
Dragon voice.
Oh,
can do that.
Gareth, I forgot to tell you. So here's two things that so you should check your spell list. Because that comes with the Tongue of the Dragon gift. You can cast that once a day as a ritual, so it does take 10 minutes to cast.
Okay.
He can cast comprehend languages once a day.
Nice.
Axis's Blue Dragon scales not only buff her lightning damage, but they have altered her very physiology. She is no longer resistant to fire damage. Now she is resistant to lightning damage.
Oh, nice.
Shit. Okay.
Well, that's cool.
Yes. I need to figure out where y'all come in at here. What the fuck am I looking at? Sorry, I'm just looking at... That's 2.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that later.
Fuck. Sorry. Hold on. Oh, okay. Is that right? All right. Anyway, so yeah. Traveling down the trade way, stopping at night to sleep. There. Your journey is rather uneventful. Maybe you cross paths with merchants and other travelers every now and then, but nothing aggressive this close to Waterdeep. On the third day, in the late afternoon, you make your way to the Way Inn just outside of the Misty Forest.
Roll up and buy some rooms, I guess. Take advantage of beds while we can.
Yep. Down for
Um,
Maybe listening around for any rumors of cultists or
Any other dragon attacks?
yeah.
Yeah, you can go to the common room and sort of like listen to see if anybody was a survivor of these attacks. Sort of keep an ear out for any rumors. Or are you going to like ask people directly?
I'll ask like the innkeeper or the barkeep, whoever is there.
I'll ask the innkeeper. We've always got questions. Does he have a question mark or an exclamation point above his head?
No, he does not. This isn't Metal Gear Solid, nor is it World of Warcraft. The barkeep doesn't know any specific information necessarily, but there are elves that have sort of fled from the Misty Forest in the days following the dragon attacks. Some of them returned, most stayed away.
Any recent ones?
Not in more than a fortnight.
Gotcha. Which lines up with most of our reports already. Gotcha. All right.
There is a path through the Misty Forest wide enough for your horses and cart that will take you directly to Altland.
Okay. Anything we need to be concerned about on that route that you know of?
Nothing more than is usually found in the Misty Forests. Goblins, monsters, giant bugs, gross things.
The usual.
Here.
Nothing we can't kill.
More
by
bugs.
All right. Well, we'll be on our guard.
Altland is a mere 15 miles from the Way Inn, so it will not be a long journey to get there when you leave in the morning.
Got it.
If you're sort of Ooh, yeah. If you're just in the common room, kind of like listening to the chatter to see if you hear anything, nothing catches your attention.
All right. Is there any elves here?
There are a smattering of wood elves.
I would simply just ask them, do you know if the fortress still holds? Is the prince still at the fortress?
I want to say. Sorry. Yeah, I want. So the prince was. Altland is. Althand? I keep saying Altland. I'm putting an extra L in there. Althand. Althand. The prince was at Althand. That's not where the prince and the king live. If he's still there, they're not sure.
Okay. Well, my group and I are on our way to try and make sure your land stays safe. Give us a week and maybe head back home. Should be safe by then.
Well, I hope what you say is true, traveler.
And I'll walk away and I'll leave a small little wooden square with an R on it on the table and just walk away.
Are you carving R's into squares just to like randomly leave with people? Like your battering? What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah. It's our calling card.
It's our little calling card. The Rukis was here. So,
You should have left it in your room that you destroyed.
Oh, I will.
that's our calling card.
We're traveling for a couple days. He's got time to carve shit. He carved fucking 18 of those things. I rolled a d20 to see how many he carved.
So Gretel says to the others, do you think there's any concern tonight with any assassination attempts on the Ruckus? Do we need to be concerned with?
I mean, to be honest, we should really be, at this point, we should be concerned about that all the time.
Do we want to?
Nah, I think we're fine.
Okay. All right.
How many rooms are we getting?
Lock the doors, lock the windows, put up like tape a string across it. I think all the ladies could share a room if there's room in a room for.
Yeah, I mean,
that way nobody sleeps alone.
sleep on a couch.
Yeah.
But
I mean, unless you and Axis, of course, can share a room. I can share a room with.
If you want to share a room with Raziel and
that's great. On be with Sanray.
Why don't let Raziel be alone?
Fuck Raziel, let him sleep. I don't know.
Oh, Raziel, I'm sorry. He doesn't want to be alone. Yes, of course, Raziel. Please come with us. Thinking straight.
At this point, I don't want to say this, but given between Gareth and between Dustin and Ricky, this is a thing. So you're like, yes, of course you can come with us. You turn your back, Raziel's gonna like look back at Gareth and be like,
Dennis gonna be like, no funny business.
Absolutely.
I will
promises
melt
at all.
your face off.
Actually, while we're having our dinner, I wanted to ask something. Xanarai, a lot of our pasts have been brought up, kind of shoved in our faces, and honestly, some of us have been beat to shit with our pasts. I simply, and you are under no obligation to answer, Enel, if this is a sensitive subject. But your horn, may I ask what happened?
You may not.
enough. Would you say if I'm getting very good at carving, if I fashioned you one, is that something?
It's a reminder of what has been done to me, and I'd rather not replace it.
All right. All of us seem to have been through some things, and I have a feeling we're going to be going through some more. Just know that if you need to speak, all of us are here.
I'm trying to think of how she would respond.
It's up to you. I mean, she's been traveling with us for a hot minute. Has she
True.
warmed us back to us at all?
Together for several months.
Yeah.
Just like we've been playing for almost a year now.
Oh, we have, haven't we?
Gretel
Yeah.
says, I mean, if I had a mage hand Xanray, I'd be patting you with it right now.
Raziel goes,
Someone
yeah,
else.
don't do that. Last time I did, she stabbed me with a fork.
Who stabbed you with a fork? Sorry, we were
No,
talking.
Raziel would say, yeah, don't do that. Last time I did that with my mage hand, she stabbed me with a fork.
You're so sweet and friendly when it comes to everyone else, and they pointed at you, and you just clam up and wall off, and
That's okay.
She does! She's been sweet in a few moments.
You have, and that's the only reason I...
did you even thank the party when they came and gave you a leg?
She did, very
Yes.
begrudgingly.
She knew, I mean, the fact that she knew she could just immediately reach out and tell us, come bring the leg. I mean, Xanray knows how to communicate her comfort to us.
And this is why he is now comfortable
Like,
enough.
I'm very
A, asking the question, and B,
uncomfortable with
going,
the
okay.
situation. I don't know how to respond, but I thank you.
Aw.
Axis, I feel like Alicia in this moment would be like, Axis would be, no, this is bullshit. You know a lot about the rest of all of us, and your situation, your past, we never talk about you. It never comes up. You need to share with the rest of the class.
You know what she says to that?
Hmm.
We don't know much about your past either.
Then everyone just slowly looks at Axis.
Gretel's like, yeah.
Okay, I'm not the only one keeping some secrets close to the chest, but goddamn. At least I'm
Something
making
slide. She said that her horn is memories of past, and that she's going to keep it that way.
Right.
That is a very good point. That's so. Here's the thing: Mason didn't think of that rebuttal, and that was a solid rebuttal. But I also don't think Alicia would have thought of that rebuttal. That would have been a really funny moment.
It's perfect.
I see your points, but maybe it's sharing time.
Maybe I just think it would be good for the group if we all just kind of talked more and were more aware of each other. Again, I don't want to force you into anything you don't want to talk about. But I feel like we could be more helpful to each other if we knew more about you and Axis. About the both of you.
That's fair, and it's something they can think about at this point. Like, we've broached the subject.
He'll actually, call over like a...
Gareth, we go 10 toes to the 9 planes all the time. What more do you need?
Well, I know a bit about you, and I know you are not yet comfortable sharing it with the group. But I've also noticed that since you shared what you did with me, you are a little more you. And you seem to be more comfortable with the others. So Xanaray, even if you just wanted to speak with one of us, getting some things off your chest could help a lot.
And if you ever need to talk, Gretel will always be here for
Yeah, that's what Raziel would say. Yeah, that's a Raziel line right there.
Well, that's true, actually.
Right.
That was what I was going for. I'm running two people.
Beautiful. Yes, I want us to be more than just a ragtag group thrown together.
We're a family.
I want us to be a family. And there's nothing more important than family.
Oh my God.
Raziel will be like, yeah, we are a family. It's,
As he picks up a
he's
Corona.
the cool prodigal son. It's the creepy uncle who reads too many books and leers at girls in skirts.
Oh God.
We have the eccentric one. We have the emo one. And then we have mom.
God. Gretel's like, oh God. Well. But I think that, like, we literally ran into each other in an alley during a dragon attack.
Well, sort of. Me and Axis and Zan had been traveling together for a few days, but honestly, it was mostly just because we were all going to the same place.
The money didn't hurt.
And the money didn't hurt.
I think that was how we started, but I have a lot of fun, and now I'm a dragon slayer, so...
Right, we have fought together, we have bled together. You have healed our wounds. I would be covered in scars without you. As it is, I have very few.
So yeah, I'm missing a leg because I wasn't with you guys. So
And we will always be there to help you with missing legs. Please don't lose another. But if it happens, or any other limb, we will rush to your aid at any time. Whether you want to open to us or not, we will always be there. I would like us to be a little closer.
she'll debate telling you the story, but then glance at the humans in the party and decide against it. You can roll insight if you want on that.
Yeah. I've rolled once tonight, I realized.
Yeah, same. I rolled just to see if you had an encounter on the tradeway or not.
Oof.
That's an unnatural 20. So I have a plus
So
1.
you can definitely see her uncomfortable looks to the humans in the party as she decides not to say anything.
I understand not trusting Raziel, but come on, it's Gretel.
I know.
You can ask
She's
Raziel.
like, she especially looks at Raziel and is like, maybe not.
Raziel, half dragon at this point, damn near.
Yeah, that's true. I hope you know, whatever happened to you, whoever those people were, they're not here. Our friends are not those people. And they would never do anything to hurt you.
I haven't found the ones that hurt me, and I want to one day.
I'd like to find the ones that hurt you.
Raziel would probably pipe up. I've killed people for less.
Any enemy of my friend is my enemy.
So you just let us know if you ever see them.
You're not with, and he'll look at Raziel and Gretel, kind of saying, humans. You're not with people who you can't trust. No matter who we were before. Now we are together. Now we are the ruckus.
We are indeed the ruckus.
I'm getting an echo on somebody.
For a second there, yeah. We can leave this alone tonight. I just know.
Yeah, no one has to share any story that they're not comfortable with. Everyone's story is their own, and we all know when it's time to share.
Must be, I'm an open book. Sorry for the pun.
Oh my god.
Jesus. All right. Unless anybody has more touchy feelies, y'all can go down for the night.
Yeah.
And pick it up in the morning and slowly make your way to Altand. Maybe a
No
little.
one tries to kill us?
Huh?
No one tries to kill us?
Not tonight.
Sweet.
Thankfully.
How nice to get a good night's sleep in a bed.
Gareth drops 2 gold to pay for a new bed and bed sheets.
Oh my god.
Ew. Gross. Okay. It's the sales, huh? Alright.
That's broke. Need new sheets. Sorry.
I just realized we haven't had music this entire time, but we can for the trip through the forest. Okay. Yeah, sort of slower going than you were on the Tradeway. The Tradeway, a pretty well-maintained road. This path through the Misty Forest is kind of winding, and it's enough.
It's a forest path.
Huh?
It's a forest path.
Yeah, it's wide enough that your cart and horses can get through it, but definitely not like at a full gallop or anything. But I mean, making good time. I think you would probably arrive at Altand by noon if you're leaving at dawn. However, at first you didn't really notice because this settlement blends in almost seamlessly with the forest around it. Your first indication, really, that you have arrived in Altand is poles and ladders on the ground that reach up into settlements in the trees. Essentially, the village is a large interconnected tree house with little bridges that connect the various buildings among themselves. Residences and the village temple are built onto the upper boughs of the forest. There are very few structures on the ground, one of which you can see sort of has this statue on the outside of what appears to be an elven ranger type individual with a bow. There are pulley-operated platforms between the ground and the first sort of level of the village, and then that level and the level above it. Right, sort of like you're almost in the middle of town before you realize really that it's there. And you are accosted from elves who sort of kind of appear from around.
They do the elf thing.
Yeah, appear from around trees and sort of, halt! What business have you in Altand?
We were sent by the council. We are in search of Prince Alagarthus. I wrote that weird.
Prince
Alagarthus?
Alagarthus.
Oh, I did? Okay. We are here for Prince Alagarthus. We are the Ruckus. We were sent to help deal with the situation, the dragon situation.
The prince is no longer here, but the dragon situation already been dealt with. We haven't had an attack in this region in weeks.
The prince is no longer here. Do you know where he is?
I imagine he went home. You may speak to our town speaker if that is, for more information.
I will say in Elvish, or I know Sylvan.
I think Sylvan is. Wait, Sylvan's not Elvish.
Sylvan and Elvish are two different things. Okay, yeah, that's right. I remember now. Sylvan is more like high Elvish. Fancy Elvish. Basically, the difference between English and British.
Isn't it? Well, isn't it like Sylvan is the language for the Fey, right? Fairies.
Oh, that's right.
Elven.
Yeah.
That's right. Never mind. Then I will simply just say, if you could take us to him, that would be most helpful.
They have to stay on the ground. They're not going to take you to him, but they will sort of like motion for the pulleys to be lowered to bring you up to that first level of the village. Very clearly has survived one attack, if not multiple. Some of the buildings have been torn up, kind of destroyed. There's a common area. There's houses on this area, a few merchants, and an inn, as it were. It's how do I phrase this? Sorry. It's definitely not quite as bustling as you would imagine it should be. There are fewer people here than there are buildings. Everybody that is here has survived, sort of, the raids from the dragons and the cult.
Real quick here, what was the king's name again?
Melendrock? King Melendrock?
Okay.
Yeah, Melendrock.
I thought I had it written down next to the prince, and I didn't. Yeah. Cool.
Sorry, I should specify the village warden, the town speaker. They told you his name is Gollin, and to find him. And if you, I don't know, it's up to y'all how you proceed from here.
My thought is we go ask him.
We could perhaps get from him a direction or an idea of where the dragon
where
might
he thinks the dragon is.
be.
That's my thought. And find out when the prince left. If we missed him by one fucking day, I'm gonna be pissed. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, if we could speak with him, that would be helpful.
Yep.
All right. Sorry. Yeah. So if you're asking, if you're asking the people on that first level where he is, they will sort of direct you to traverse to the upper boughs of the village to his house. You're just gonna go straight there.
Yeah.
All right. Stepping into a modest dwelling suspended among iron-strong boughs, you enter a cozy sitting room. A slim elf sits at a desk, who stands to greet you with a forced smile as a raven perched in a nearby cage caws hideously. Welcome to our village. How can I be of service?
Go
We
ahead,
we were
Gareth.
sent here by the council and King Melandrak to just ensure that all the defenses are holding and, if possible, find the dragon that dealt all of this damage and deal with it.
I think perhaps the dragon left. We haven't, we routed the attack on the village and drove him back successfully and prevented the deaths of any more of our villagers, and we have not seen or heard hide of tale of this beast in weeks, nor any of the cult members.
Your king was aware of this. However, he fears that they're simply biding their time and gathering their strength.
The king fears this.
More like he just wants to prepare, just in case of if that's the situation.
Ideally, I mean, he's assured that the defenses are good. Ideally, we would like to hunt the dragon and wherever it tromped off to, and make sure that we could kill it and ensure in that way it never returns.
Well, we are not sure from where the attack originated, nor would I know where this dragon fled to. I assume that it has left the Misty Forest. I mean, I'm happy to provide any information that you need, but I think we're okay.
Can I do an insight check on him?
Yeah, what are you trying to suss out?
If he's hiding anything.
Yeah, go for it.
Projecting again, are we?
Oh, that's not great.
Just because we do it, everyone else does?
14?
14. You're pretty sure he's being sincere?
Okay.
Do you have any trackers that have been around and could possibly point us in a direction?
Over 100 of our villagers died. And all of our resources are being funneled here to bolster our defenses and prevent this from happening again. So we haven't allocated anything to tracking this down. We're just happy that it left.
I trying to sound like I'm bragging or anything, but I do very learned on dragon and dragon behavior. Dragons rarely just leave.
Well, whatever drove it off, or if it even had a permanent lair here in the Misty Forest, I have no idea. But we haven't seen it since.
The prince, he was here not long ago, yeah?
Yes.
When was it that he left?
Oh, I'd say more than a week.
Fat balls. Okay.
Do you have any concerns with us just looking around?
By all means.
Fuck, I'm out of ideas, guys. I don't. Shit.
I want to fight a dragon.
I know. Well, we need to find the dragon. Is the issue. Let's take a walk around town and see what we can see, I guess.
Thank you for your help. We will.
Any suspicious people about?
We are very interested in getting rid of any dragons, such as the one that did such terrible damage to your beautiful town. So, if we can help in any way, and if there's anything that does come to mind for you, please don't hesitate to let us know.
Of course, naturally. He sort of motions for you to leave. As you get up to leave, the raven in the cage starts freaking the fuck out, kind of flapping against the bars and cawing louder.
Your bird seems very upset.
He doesn't like strangers.
Hmm.
Can I roll insight on that?
Yes.
After she's done. Okay.
What'd you get?
15 plus 9.
Plus 9? Jesus.
You're an insightful lady, jeez.
Definitely not telling you the whole truth.
Can I insight check the bird specifically to see if he's reacting to someone specifically?
I'm gonna say no.
A little too difficult to do. Okay.
Because like insight's based on like body language and things of that nature, and you're reading a bird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean over to Gerald and
Damn.
he knows something about the bird.
Animals.
I just say to him, it's odd that he wasn't upset with us just sitting here. If he doesn't like strangers.
He freaked out the second you walked in.
Right,
He's been
big caw, kind of
calm the
angry.
whole time.
But now he's freaking. He got a little angry that we walked in, but he's freaking out that we're leaving.
Handling. Do you mind if I take a look at the bird?
I really rather you don't.
Why not? I love birds.
I feel as though he will either attack you or fly away, and he is the pet of my late wife.
If I don't open the cage.
Oh.
If you don't open the cage.
Can I get closer to the bird and inspect it?
I mean, yeah, you're like animal handling. What are you doing exactly?
Just trying to calm him.
I mean, yeah, go for it.
15 plus 9 again.
Like you're doing like a pss, 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 pss thing to this raven, and it sort of like calms down.
Up. Hey, shut the fuck up!
Yeah, the raven will calm down and kind of just like stare at you with its beady little raven eyes.
Can you tell me what kind of bird it is?
You talking to Dolan or me?
The Dolan.
It's a common raven found here in the Misty Forest.
Does he? You said that he doesn't like strangers? That didn't seem very truthful to me.
I think we're focusing a little too hard on my bird here. I don't know. I don't understand why you care, really, but no, he doesn't like strangers.
I just care about animals.
As
It's
do
a
I.
weird thing she has. Just
As do I. And your presence here is upsetting my wife's bird.
I will. We'll leave. Thank you for your assistance. I'm glad John Ray was able to bring some calm to your wife's bird. And Gretel goes ahead and walks out.
we should definitely kill the bird.
As you all leave, the bird still is like kind of cawing at you again. It's not like
What's up the bird?
this time, but yeah, it's
Fucking birds.
fucking
Did I
bird.
see anything in the cage or anything?
No, just
Nobody have speak with animals? Be like, hey, what the fuck's up, bro?
isn't
So,
speaking
did-
animal a cleric spell?
Did the cage seem magical?
What?
I'm dying to talk to you guys about it if you'll come outside.
Yeah. I mean, we step out. We'd follow
Well,
her
come
out.
on. I'm just asking Mason. Like, did I see anything?
No.
Okay.
Speak with animals is both a bard. Oh, it's a bard spell and a ranger spell. I don't know if Axis has it though. Did everybody freeze? What just happened?
No. We're waiting.
My brain is trying to think of a way.
So you guys
Axis
outside?
does not have speak with animals. Well, that's unfortunate.
So I just like motion you guys away from the house.
Yeah.
You guys, I don't know like about birds and magic and shit, but that was super weird, you guys, with the bird.
Right? We should definitely go kill the bird.
Do you think that could be like this is going to be super weird, but do you think that could be like a person who needs help?
Can I glean anything from it with my knowledge of animals?
It appeared to be a regular bird to you. I don't.
Like, I've heard weird things about mages who could do weird shit like that.
Like,
But that
what
was
if
weird. Like, it screamed when we came in, and then it screamed when we left.
the bird is the prince?
Oh my god.
I don't know if that look from Mason was like the DM going, "Oh, they figured it out," or the DM going, "Oh my god, that's the wrong way,
That's insane. I know. I mean, that's super. That just was really weird animal behavior. Does Anna Ray right?
Yeah. Like,
We could stake this place out. Wait
Wait
till
a
he
minute.
leaves.
I have detect magic.
Yeah, but we
Does-
couldn't be doing that while he was standing there.
Right.
That's the only
But-
reason why I left, guys. We can't. There's only so much we can do.
What if we sneak in there later?
Does anyone? I don't remember. Does Axis have invisibility?
I believe she has greater invisibility. Let me double check. Yes, she has greater invisibility.
Raziel, do you think you could get in there and just kind of hide and watch, see if anything weird happens in there?
I mean, wouldn't be a problem.
20 minutes. Okay, we will do as we said and go look around and see if we can find any evidence that could point us to a direction.
Right.
I think
While we do that, you...
Axis, like Alicia, rather, would probably at this point speak up and, like, just as player knowledge, like if speak with animals is bard, cleric, and ranger, not cleric, bard, druid, and ranger, and you're in a settlement full of wood elves, you could probably find somebody that can speak with animals.
Right.
Can we trust? I mean, I suppose if somebody turned their prince into a bird.
I mean, we have money. We could hire somebody to speak with the raven for us.
And if you go out about in the village, you can also ask round about Galen and the prince, and if anyone knows
Right,
anything about the dragon pack itself, if anything was weird.
Right. We could...
Let's gather.
I would like to do that, just kind of ask around and investigate a bit. But if Raziel thinks he could sneak in there and just kind of watch
Observe.
while we go and ask around.
Stealing a bird from an elf would be like taking candy from a baby.
No!
Not stealing the bird.
Kill the bird.
Watching
Don't
to see
kill the
if the
bird,
elf does
Raziel.
anything with the bird.
Just
Well, how are
not.
we going to hire somebody to speak to if we don't have it?
We're gonna go in there when he's not there.
No, he's right. We can't just go in there and be like, "Hey, we hired this guy to talk to your bird. Get out of the way so we can do that."
You did.
We
He
need
has
the
to
bird.
leave his house sometime. He can't be in his house all the time.
That's
We
true.
stake out his house. We go in his house when he's not there.
Okay, but if you're bringing somebody from the village
Right.
to the house of the village elder and like interrogate his bird for us, please? I don't know that.
Steal the bird. You want to steal the
However,
bird?
if Raziel steals the bird,
Oh my god.
we can then take it to someone who can speak with animals and say, "Hey,
Speak with this bird.
could you speak with this bird?" It's not like he's gonna know that was the bird right away. Anyway,
All
the bird
right.
might tell him, it might give us away, we might get in trouble. But maybe the bird needs help.
Steal the bird right now because we don't have anyone who speaks with animals right now.
Axis and Raziel, unless you want Xanare to do it because of move unseen and like the blessing of the trickster. However, y'all want that to go down, they can wait at that house, see if he leaves, make their attempt to steal the bird, and then the rest of you can go sort of like ask around town, see if you can find somebody who can speak with animals, and gather information.
Let's do that.
Splitting the party.
We don't have to worry. Yeah, we're gonna split the party. There's no reason to not do that. It works every time.
Okay. We will go ask around town.
Axis and Raz will stay behind. We don't have to worry about blessing of this trickster for Raziel because he already has advantage because of the boots.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's super sneaky boy. Maybe he should attune to the necklace while he does it. I don't know. Just in case, like, there's some sort of detection thing in the house. Uh-huh. See? This is why I said, give it to Raziel. This situation right here.
And while we're asking around, I want to see, like, if anybody knows, like, when the prince left.
Yeah, that's
what they know about him.
Figure out when the prince left.
What they know about the late wife.
What about the dragon? Where's the dragon?
Alright, so we'll split the party further. I'll go investigate about the dragon. Xanare, you go investigate about the prince. And Gretel, you go investigate about the wife. And break.
And break. Oh my god.
Okay, while all of you are split up, demons start raining from the sky. No, I'm kidding.
Here we go. Tiamat comes down from the sky.
Right.
Says you fucked up.
So if you're splitting it up that way, and that's what each of you were asking about, Xanare is asking about the prince?
Yes.
The prince left with a delegation. He had bodyguards with him more than a week ago. The elves are not keen to tell you exactly where, like, that kingdom is within the Misty Forest. That's sort of like a, you know, why you're an outsider. Why are we going to tell you exactly where to find our prince? But as far as like, yes, he left. He's been gone for a while now. Gretel was asking about the wife.
Yeah. We heard that he lost his wife, and we felt like we should kind of give condolences, and we just wanted to know a little more about it before we did so.
So, any specific questions that you want to ask? He lost his wife.
How recent, was that recent? Was it in the dragon attacks that he lost his wife?
That she died in the dragon attacks, yes.
Okay. And she had a bird that was there. That pet bird was hers.
The elves that you ask are unaware of any pet bird she may or may not have had.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I kind of made an assumption that was a pet of both of theirs. So okay, thank you for letting us know. Is there anything special that I just babble on about special gift that he might appreciate? You know, it's like a thank you for his help to us, blah blah blah. You know, kind of making that cover about we're condolencing.
Trollish candy.
Trollish candy, got it.
Like Turkish candy, but it tastes like feet, and he likes it.
Horrifying. But good to know. Thank you. Okay, good to. Oof. Ha. Okay. Roll for con save. All right. Excellent. Thank you. So,
And Gareth wanted to ask about the dragon.
Yep. See if anyone saw which direction it went off and investigate like the attack areas. See if there's any evidence of where it might have come from. I don't know.
As far as where it came from, they didn't see it until it was like right on top of them. It swooped down and attacked on the ground first. Nearly half of the casualties died in that first assault. You were asking for. Oops, sorry. Give me your questions again.
Did they see where it left, where it went?
Nobody's sure where it went to. No, sort of like in the chaos and confusion.
And then, in the attack areas where it happened, is there any evidence of like where it might have come from?
No, the attack started like in the very center. Like it must have swooped in overhead and then came straight down, smack dab in the middle. They do think that it was kind of weird. It's like other settlements were totally destroyed by this dragon. The way that these towns are set up with the pulley system, it's very difficult to get onto the ground from above quickly. So, like especially like a large number of them. And so they were kind of sitting ducks up in the trees. They couldn't escape. But what was weird was that this attack only lasted a short while, and then the dragon retreated. There was nothing that like really should have caused that to happen necessarily. The dragon retreated. Dragon. One, I keep saying this is sorry. And the cultists that were with it followed. And as they fled, they didn't take anything of value from the village, which is
Very
not
weird.
the cultist's MO.
Yeah, not only that, but not dragon MO either.
They're
going after something. They're taking shit.
Some of the survivors claim that they saw a rider on the back of the dragon.
Ah. All right. Also, you wouldn't happen to know anyone that could speak with animals, has the ability to do so?
They will direct you to an elf named Willem.
Willem? Okay.
Who sort of spends the day often in the common area looking for work, who is a druid and can converse with animals.
Very much appreciated. We'll do what we can to...
Under search, do any of us notice any shifty characters?
No. Nothing stands out.
All right. Then we would kind of head back, reconvene, see if they got the bird. If you want, I mean, it's 10:37. If you wanted to call it here, and then when we start next week, they can steal the bird.
I mean, I'm okay with them taking it, and if y'all want to go for a little bit longer, just to kind of like, yeah, because we're kind of at like the end of where we should be in alt end, so it wouldn't be that much of a thing. So, yes, Raziel and Axis staked out the house. They eventually saw Gollin leave. He left and he walked to the temple. They kind of kept an eye on him, and like when he went into the temple, they just stole into his house and grabbed the bird, like cage and all, and left.
Sweet. Go, Raziel. This is why you have a rogue in the party.
It wasn't hard. The door was unlocked. This was literally like taking candy from a baby. It wasn't even any fun.
No. But yeah, and I would reconvene with them with Willem. Okay.
And I share with them that they didn't appear to have a pet.
Interesting.
Apparently.
How's the bird acting, by the way? Like pissed off?
And, like when Brazio went into the house while Axis was lookout, the bird started freaking out again. As he picked up the cage and took it out of the house, the bird calmed down.
See? We're on the right track, guys.
Okay.
Got this. Yeah, I would ask Willem. I would pay him 50 gold to have a conversation with a bird. And I would drop another 10 gold for him to not mention it to anyone.
He'd give you a quizzical look at that. We'd be like, money's money.
Depending
There
on
are no material components for this spell, so yeah, that's fine. That's a adequate amount of money.
And depending on the information that you're able to glean for us, maybe a little more. And then I'd
Like to know why it's upset. It seems to be upset when people come around it.
So Willem will sort of caw back and forth wildly in the middle of this common room. The barkeep kind of looks over and is like, "Hey, keep it down."
I'll look out. I'll put the dread helm on, like my back to him. I'll put the dread helm on, have the eyes smoke, turn around and look at him, and then turn back.
Carry on.
Hey, I have the dread helm for a reason, baby.
Willem will let you know that the reason the bird is freaking out is because sorry, I'm trying to. The reason the bird is freaking out is because it was put in the cage by Galen, and it wanted to be released, and it's like it's not going to caw at Galen because Galen's obviously not going to let it go. But when people came into the thing, he's like trying to be like, free me, essentially.
Why did he place you in that cage?
Just cawing wildly. Back and forth in the middle of a crowded common area. Sorry, I'm trying to. The night that the dragon attacked, it witnessed Galen sort of. Sorry, I'm trying to fucking. Can't fucking brain. Sorry. The night of the dragon attack, Galen, it witnessed Galen speaking to the dragon and its human rider, or well, it's humanoid rider.
That dirty fucker.
Oh my god.
Does it know what they said?
No, but it was.
It can't understand human.
Yeah.
To be fair, so
yeah, assuming that it was potentially a familiar for somebody, or otherwise they imprisoned it and they're trying to he's trying to suss out who it might have owned, what it knows before he just kills the fucking thing.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, is it a familiar to anyone?
No, it is a common raven.
Okay. So we can let this little guy go, yeah? Or do we want to put it back and
Tyranny is going to profusely refuse to put it back and want to release it.
I will give it a little piece of
give
bread or crumbs, or just feed it a little. And
Then
say,
do we care if we give away the fact that we've released this Are we trying to hide anything?
Oh, absolutely not. We're going back to his place, and when he comes in, we are going to get some answers.
Willem is pissed, and he's still conversing with the bird.
Oh God.
And late at night, every night, Galen leaves at like 3 a.m. and comes back maybe an hour and a half later. So he is leaving and like going off into the woods somewhere.
I would speak directly to the bird. If you're willing, just to spend one more day in there, we will not let harm come to you. But spend one more day, and as soon as he leaves his home, our friend here, Raziel, will come release you once more. And you will never have to be in this cage again. But we just need you for one more day.
Why do we need him for one more day?
Because if we can put him back, and so Gothard doesn't think anything's up, and he leaves at 3 a.m., we can follow him. Raz can get in there, release the bird, and catch up to us quick.
Fair enough.
But we'll stay nearby and have Raziel keep his ears open because he has that draconic sense of hearing. If he hears that the bird is about to be armed, plans change, we go save the bird.
Willem will kind of, he's like, I don't want to relay that message. I just want to bring this bird to him and confront him, preferably publicly, and then behead him for selling out of knowledge.
I understand this. I do. We need to know where he's going and who he's meeting with. Because if he's meeting with some of the cult, or even the dragon that did this, he'll lead us right to them.
We're here to kill that dragon, Willem. Will you give us the chance?
Justice will be done for your people.
And then you can have him. We won't let him get away.
Fine.
Even if we have to kill him, we'll bring his head back on the stick for you.
We need him to admit it to more than we need more than just the fucking testimony of a bird.
We'll bring him back alive to you.
Okay. Make it fast.
Friend Raven,
All right.
are you okay with this?
Not like I have a choice. The Raven just wants out. The quicker that happens, the better.
I'll feed him again and thank him profusely.
Raziel has to make sure he doesn't get before.
Yeah, this is all up to Raziel to pay attention.
This entire interaction took maybe 30-40 minutes. Raziel stealing back into Galen's house. He has not returned yet from the temple. He is able to put the bird back exactly where it was. Still kind of staking out the house of Galen. I get that Raziel's a good sneaky, but you might want to put pour on all of the fucking stealth shit you have.
Yeah.
So,
do you have Pass Without a Trace still, Zenray? I would use that. And we'll just kind of hide nearby. But Raziel will be closer, just so he could hear. Keep an ear out. I don't want this bird to die. I don't know why I care about this bird so much, but
it would be the literal worst after we could have freed him.
Yeah.
And then
So I think you probably want to do the Blessing of the Trickster against Gretel because she's the only one in metal armor, I think.
Yes.
I don't have a disadvantage, but I don't have the greatest. I have a +7 to stealth, but still, I'll take any.
I have a +2.
Okay.
Actually, what is Xanray wearing?
Forget.
Mithril plate armor.
You have plate armor? Mithril?
Mhm.
Oh, Mithril. Mithril's light and
Quiet.
sneaky.
Yeah, Mithril's, specifically doesn't do the disadvantage. So
Yeah.
I will take the advantage because I have a +2.
Okay, yeah, so that +10 doesn't help you a whole lot. I will roll for Axis and Raziel, and you all roll a stealth check for me to avoid being detected by Goblin on your expedition.
Natural 20. Thanks to the advantage. The 16 and the natural 20.
18 plus whatever for the thingy.
It's 10, so 28.
Yeah.
Gretel,
19.
is that total or is that with
Total.
Okay, cool.
Oh, wow.
Everybody but Gretel got over a 20, so
I had to get a 20?
no.
32.
Oh, okay.
I did put a DC 18 on it though, because it's a wood elf
Oh,
forest.
close.
Gretel starts falling asleep a little. Wait, Gretel, shut the fuck up.
Goblin very quietly leaves his house at 3 a.m. He doesn't go for the so what I'm looking for. Sorry, he doesn't go for the platforms. He walks to sort of like the edge of the village, kind of behind another house, where there is a rope that he just grabs and swings down to the forest floor. Your stealth checks are all going to be good, but I want everybody to make me a quick athletics check. Wait like a minute, and then go down that rope yourselves.
Axis would probably just float down.
Does she have? Oh, she does have. Yeah, she's fine. But the rest of you are.
If
athletics or acrobatics, whichever's higher.
If one of you wishes, I can.
I got a 19.
I got a 19.
Oh, well then. So I rolled a 3, so that's a 17. I'm very good at athletics.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What's your athletics?
Plus 14.
Wow.
I have a 23 strength.
A 3? You're boned. No, you're not. Okay. Jesus.
Barbarian.
A fucking 7, but he has a 9 in acrobatics. So I think a 16. I was going for like a 15, so I think everybody's fine. And yeah, Axis
just jumps.
Picking up the trail of Galen, because
I forget. Raziel runs in, frees the bird, and then catches up with us.
He's freeing the bird, like. Oh, okay. Well, then yeah, you can do that.
The guy leaves. The group follows. Raz runs in, frees the bird, then follows us.
Well, you. Okay, I thought you were going to keep the bird for when you accused him, but. Because you said one more day, I didn't know you.
Oh, I did. I did mean until now, but anyway, yeah, one more day. That's actually right. That's a good idea. Raziel runs in, feeds him a cracker, follows us.
Got a 14 on survival. I think that's probably well enough to pick up the trail. Y'all catch up with Galen, but you're staying far enough back that he can't quite hear you or see you. What was passed without a trace. Everybody's stealth. You're not going to have to make another stealth check. He walks about a mile into the forest and stops in not quite a clearing, but there's a large space between the trees here where the brush has, like on the forest floor there. Anybody who wants to can make a perception check. Well, that's a 3.
12.
11.
23.
One of us is paying attention.
I mean, Xanray has it, but Axis also has pretty good perceptions of 7. Ricky says a fucking 0. Xanare, the brush, particularly right in front of Galen, has very obviously been crushed repeatedly and like flattened in a very wide berth. It's not unreasonable to think that a dragon has landed here several times.
So
I will let them know that. We might be fighting a dragon soon.
Galen waits in the spot.
Everyone get your potions out. Ready to take them.
Galen waits in this spot for over an hour. He doesn't say anything, just kind of has his arms folded, and is just staring directly in front of him, almost like 1,000-yard veteran style. A little after an hour has passed, he pulls a silver pocket watch out from his coat, looks at it, closes it, and turns and starts walking back the way he came.
No, they're not coming. Shit.
Raziel. Take it.
We're gonna have to take him.
Take him, or wait, what?
Take him.
Oh, I thought you said take it. I thought you were talking about the watch for a second.
Oh, take him.
Yeah, Raziel will sneak up behind him. Ooh, that's not great. Hold on.
He would have advantage. Because
It is this, yeah. That did not help. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
Well, I was going for a barehanded attack here.
I have an idea if this fails.
Grapple.
Gretel's a grappler.
6 athletics, so that's an 18, but I gotta roll for Galen. Raziel goes to grab him in a headlock, and Galen reacts very deftly and sort of ducks out from underneath it. What are you doing? What the fuck? Why'd you follow me?
We'll all step out.
Did that because she's a grappler.
Yeah, we'll all step out and just kind of
Make another attempt to grab him, sure.
Okay. Would that be just what is that?
grapple check. So it's either athletics or your athletics check against his acrobatics or athletics. I assume acrobatics.
Is my grappler already built into that? I'm trying to
I don't know. I'd have to
Let me
look
double check.
it. 1 sec.
What's this about?
Let me double check.
The fighter thing?
It's a feat.
She took the grappler feat.
Advantage on attack rolls when I'm trying to grapple. Okay.
Yep, advantage, and then you can use your action to try and pin a creature grappled by you. To do so, make another grapple check.
This is terrible.
You
What'd you get? 12? I'm gonna roll.
on advantage?
Yes.
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Gretel attempts to grab Galen. He spins her about and puts a dagger up to her neck, and he has her in a grapple.
Oh.
Why did you follow me? Why are you attacking me?
Well, according to your wife's bird, we want to know why you're talking with a dragon.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Lying would not be a good thing.
Do you want me to kill your friend right here?
You could certainly try. Raz, kind of trying to get behind. Can you do that?
I mean, you can start to try to circle him, but he's going to back up and keep an eye on the 4 of you. And he's got that dagger.
We'll just kind of circle him.
Again. So somebody needs to start talking fast and better. If anybody wants to take over for Axis, because I don't necessarily want to debate myself here.
Yeah.
Axis would probably be the mediator.
Does she have a charm person at all?
I do.
Some charm?
Oh, our healer has charm person.
I mean,
I don't know if Access has charm person. I mean,
I do.
you want to
Xanarate.
So,
him, but I think if you're like actively in combat, which we're not like active, but like you know what I mean.
But we kind of are, so he would have advantage.
I think so.
yeah, because he's an elf.
Fuck. Oh, he is an elf.
He's an elf.
So he would have advantage anyway.
No, elves are immune to being charmed.
I was gonna say he might be immune to charm.
Well, they have advantage on it, but they're immune to sleep.
Oh, advantage on saving throws against being charmed.
Yeah.
And magic cannot put them to sleep.
Yeah.
So is that what you want to do, Xanare, is attempt to charm him?
Yeah, why not? Wisdom saving throw.
Does so with advantage. It does so if it would have advantage anyway, but it does have advantage for being wood elf against a 17.
Yes.
Come on. His wisdom's probably high though.
Come on.
I'm gonna do this. Here we go. What's his? Not as high as you would think. Okay. Against a 17. That's a 14. And that is a 9. So he is successfully charmed.
Yay!
Unloaded knowing.
Tell us what we want to know.
Tell him to let go of our friend. Woo.
So he's charmed. So he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Here, let me. And he lets go of Gretel, and he will put his dagger away. He's sort of greeting you all as like old friends.
Yeah. We can. Xanray, maybe you should suggest we begin walking back toward.
Yeah, let's walk back towards town. And on the way, you're going to tell us what we want to know.
Of course, ask away.
Right. Before we start walking back, we don't want to accidentally hurt anyone with your dagger. Would you mind?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's not gonna. It's got to be Xanare that makes
Yeah,
it.
it's gonna be Xanray.
Xanarate, would you mind? We wouldn't want him.
We wouldn't want anybody getting hurt. Can you give me any weapons you have, including the dagger that you tried to use on our friend?
You will pull 47 daggers out from now. He will hand over his dagger. Yes.
You know that scene from Lord of the Rings when everyone's going in to see
dropping all their
the
weapons.
On the way we
situation.
go. On the way we go.
So
Yeah,
Dan
Xanarate, if you
probably
wouldn't
ask the
mind.
questions.
I don't know what to
I'll grab out.
Why
and
were you
give it-
talking to a dragon in the midst of the fight?
I made a deal with the dragon and its rider to spare the village.
What was the deal?
That we would provide him with information about the other settlements in the Misty Forest. And in exchange, Alton would be spared.
Did you tell him about the capital? The king? Where the prince and the king live?
Of course.
Was that who you were meeting here?
Yes, but he did not show tonight, so I'm heading home.
Is he supposed to show tomorrow?
I come every night, and when he shows, I answer any of his questions, and then he leaves.
All right.
Do you leave some sort of... you just go every night, and if he shows, he shows, or do you leave some sort of signal to let him know you have information?
No, it's every night, same time.
Do you know where they stay?
I have no idea.
Listen, it's very dark out here. We wouldn't want to lose you. Would you mind just put your hands together and we'll tie rope just to hold, so you don't get lost?
Well,
I have this
suggest
beautiful
that.
silk rope.
I suppose that makes sense, but I do have dark vision.
Right, but see, I don't. Raziel, Grapple, we
He
don't want you
happily lets Xanaray tie his hands up
with the silk rope.
naturally.
So it's
Um,
pretty and also stronger.
you asked a question earlier that you're not asking now, and it's important.
Oh boy, what did we ask?
What did we ask?
Oh God.
Specifically, Dustin asked a villager. He's not asking now.
Where did the dragon come from?
Yeah, where does it leave? Like where
Where
Right.
does the dragon go when it leaves?
From the meeting place, like from our little hole in the woods there, he sets off on a course due southwest, and they are often soaked when they land.
Soaked, as in they're
Near
wet.
water or like underwater or through a waterfall.
This is the
Something like
nicest hike through this woods I've been on in a long time.
Very beautiful woods.
I'm glad to call you all my friends.
Yes, sure.
Mhm.
When we get to town, how do you generally gather a group of people in town?
Oh, well, if you're leading me through town with my arms clasped like this, I'm sure you'll gather a crowd quite quickly.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
The human rider. Do they have a name?
I do not know.
The
I
dragon.
don't often speak to... Does he know the name? I don't... I don't think he knows the name of the dragon, no.
What color robes does the rider wear?
Purple. With sort of green gilding, I guess.
Trim.
Is it a
Right.
human rider?
No, he is an elf.
Oh, he's an elf.
Why are you keeping the bird locked in my cage?
I had to know if someone was spying on me.
Good to know that. Good.
How do you know? How would the bird tell you if someone was spying on you?
Well, I was trying to find someone discreet who would speak to animals for me, or if someone would come for it eventually.
You not feel
Were you
bad?
able to find anybody who spoke with animals?
I did not hear both of your questions at the same time.
No, go ahead. Dan.
Were you able to find anybody who spoke with animals?
I didn't want to ask anyone in town.
Makes sense. Do you know of any impending attack?
They don't tell me their plans. I only give them the information that they ask of me.
Is there anything they might have let slip that might be useful for us to know?
Not that I can think of.
How long does Charm Person last?
An hour.
Oh, holy shit.
All right. Well, we'll get back to town, and unless anyone else has any other questions.
It's too bad that these attacks led to your wife's death.
I saw it myself. Did I tell you?
No.
We were attacked. It ate her alive. I begged for my life. That's how this all started.
Can you go into more detail? Like, how did they just stop?
Pretty goddamn detailed.
I begged for my life. I told him I would do anything, and he saw an opportunity to gather more information about the Wood Elves.
Much
That's
like
fair.
we did. We decided not to kill Bear in the White for information.
It's true. That was me saying that's true. That wasn't Colin saying that's true.
I'm sorry for you.
I'm not. You're kind of a dick.
Yeah, DM mode. You feel sorry for a dude who sold out his entire
I
race.
feel sorry for anybody who saw their wife eaten in front of them.
That's true. It's pretty fucked.
That's Gretel.
But he didn't think to beg for his life until she died.
I
Didn't
bet
beg
that
for
happened
her.
pretty goddamn fast.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's fair, but
I think she understands instant trauma like that.
Well,
That's Gretel's
everyone
responsibility.
else can ride up on one lift. I'll ride on another, just in case. I don't trust these ropes.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I will point out, Gareth is very uncomfortable in this place, in this town, because it's high in the air.
Gotcha.
Tanner's perfectly comfortable in this
you're a
place.
Goliath from mountains and you have a fear of heights.
Yeah. Why do you think he left the mountains?
Oh, I remember getting you on Sky's Castle when it took off.
Yep.
Yes.
It's not okay.
I think you guys will notice that, like, because they're all elves, she's more comfortable in this place than anywhere else that we've been.
All right.
You know the dwarf settlement once?
I don't think we were in a dwarf settlement, were we?
No.
I think I'm thinking of my other campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get back.
Lead him through town and take him to Willem.
Yeah, we're looking for Willem.
If you are... if you're
We're
gonna-
gallivanting him through the town.
if your plan is to take him up on the pulleys, the guards are going to immediately accost you.
Oh.
And I think I'm gonna say that as Raziel. Like, we can't just do that. We're gonna have to get him up somehow else.
Hey, Gareth, put him
Yeah?
on your back, climb up the rope. Just, he's tied up in the front like this, right?
All right.
Hang him over your shoulders. You climb up the rope with him on your back.
Really good at
That
climbing.
sounds like a great idea. Hey, Axis, do you want to just fly him up?
That sounds like a better idea. Can you do that?
So heavy. Actually, it's a slim wood elf. How much do wood elves weigh? Like 100
Not
pounds?
much. They are very light, usually.
But here's the thing: is like people with wings can't fly in plate
Right.
armor. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's true.
5 pounds. If somebody,
All right, I'll do it. I'm gonna complain the whole way up.
if you take her gear, if he only weighs 85 pounds, I'd say that she can fly him. Very like it. That's like probably the upper limit. She's going to be
A lot of
straining.
effort. Yeah.
That's a lot more work. I'll just carry him.
Okay. Give me 2 rolls. Tell me the number on the first one. Add your will save to it, and then you can make
Will save.
and
What do you mean?
yeah, sorry. So make a will save and then make athletics check.
There is no will save.
For what?
This is 5th edition.
For what?
You're asking me for
Oh,
a
sorry.
will save?
Oh, fuck it. You know what I meant then, though. Your
No.
will save.
Wisdom. Okay.
How dare you.
Wisdom is a 16 total.
Okay, you're fine. You do not succumb to your fear of heights.
That's because he's bitching about it the whole time.
Just
Making him feel better.
anytime anybody needs anything lifted, oh Gareth, you're the size of a mountain. You fucking do it. Let me just climb this mountain and put someone on my back.
Athletics check, 18 total.
Really? God, why are you rolling so low?
Yeah. Rolled a 4.
With an 18, yeah, okay. I think you do fine. You maybe struggle at the top to get him like onto the platform before you hoist yourself over, but with no real issues. And everybody can make it up to the top. Elves don't sleep; they trance.
Right.
Yeah. It's only for 4 hours too, so.
So if you're trying to like draw attention to yourselves,
We left at 3.
it's
Took some time to get there. Waited an hour. Time back. It's probably like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning.
yeah, it's starting to get dawn. People are probably coming out. I feel like Axis would kind of like skip along the bridges and
We
like
grab the bird.
hey!
We bring the
Yeah.
bird with us.
However, none of us slept last night. I'll point
No,
out.
we're exhausted.
We would probably have a point of exhaustion at this point.
Yep, you indeed would. What's 1 point of exhaustion? It's just disadvantage on skill check.
Disadvantage on skill checks.
You'll be all right.
So technically,
Okay.
disadvantage. Motherfuck! I rolled a natural 20 on that athletics check, so 18.
Oh, you're fine.
I was just gonna see if I got a 1, but no, fucking natural 20.
But yeah, Axis is gonna sort of like old school news caller. What's the word for that? The word for that.
Town crier.
Town crier mode. Trying to call everybody into like one of the bigger platforms in the center that's kind of a hub area. Wood elves are rather angrily crying for you to release their leader. By this point, I think the charm person would have worn off now.
Yeah.
He's still tied up.
I don't know. If you started walking back immediately, it's a mile through the woods. That's maybe 15, 20 minutes. Getting up. No, he's probably still compelled for another 15, 20 minutes, I would say, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raziel run to the house, get the bird.
Yeah, he'll bring the bird out. Willem will come find you and sort of stand next to you. You have a bit of an angry mob of wood elves forming, demanding that you release their town warden.
Why don't you tell them what you did?
Real quick, I'll again use my ability to make my voice extremely loud. What?
You're having fun with that immediately. That's great.
Fucking yes, I am.
Yeah.
Forked tongue and all. Yeah, at that you probably dropped some dukes and some pants.
Hopefully they wore their brown pants.
The elves will sort of quiet down. Galen will sort of relay the same story that he told you to the rest of the townsfolk. In a jovial tone, but he will apologize at the end of it. Willem will sort of testify on your behalf that he spoke to the Raven who witnessed the... I misspoke earlier when I said that that Raven had seen Willem like the day of the attack. It was the night before. I fucked that all up because
before we got there.
Because I am stupid. Yeah, the night before you got there.
Gotcha.
Like literally the previous night, not weeks prior. I fucked that all up.
Gotcha.
Worse than that, but I'm just saying. Anyway,
Okay.
Lost my train of thought. Yeah, Willem sort of speaks on your behalf. Calls attention to the Raven. That plus Galen's confession is like obviously like, because he's compelled under magic duress, so that on one hand they're like, did the tiefling make him do that? Make him lie? But on the other hand, there was already like this sort of weird suspicion that the attack was too short, that they left, they didn't take anything, and that was very suspicious circumstances. So ultimately, the elves will tend to want to believe you, or not that they want to believe you, but they will, like it adds up. Yeah. At which point they are going to, put Galen to a trial at a later date. They're going to keep him in prison for now.
I will
Vote amongst themselves for a new town warden in the meantime.
I'm going to release the bird. Like, as soon as Charm wears off, before they take him, I'm going to release the bird.
As he flies off, I'll boom my voice again and just say, your leader did this thing after witnessing something that no one should witness. And maybe he did this thing to save as many people as he can from seeing the same thing. I am not saying he is an innocent man in any sort of way. I am simply drawing attention to the fact that there are many out there who would have made the same decision.
At that, a young female elf in the crowd is going to sort of shout out above the crowd at you two. It's like, you know what you've brought attention to is the fact that if Galen here does not show up for one of these late night soirees, that the cult may attack Alpend in retribution.
He will
It's
not
okay,
show
we're gonna
up.
go. We're gonna go instead.
He will not show up. But the ruckus will.
Is that what y'all are planning on doing? Is waiting in Galen's spot for the dragon to come?
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what we're planning on doing.
And does anyone have disguise self?
I do.
Fuck yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
You know what I'm thinking.
I do. I immediately thought that. I was like, I have this guy's stuff. I can make the illusion that I'm him.
It's a mile away from the town, right?
It is a mile away from the town. With
we
that,
evacuate the town. We evacuate the town.
And he waited for an hour, and it lasts an hour, so it'll be good.
Oh, the disguise self?
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst.
We can talk with the town about this. How do you want us to handle this? This is our thought. We use disguise self. We get information. We can attack the dragon. What do you want us to do? We can attack. Our goal is to kill this dragon. We want to kill it. You want us to pretend to be him and buy you another day? You want us to attack it next time it shows up? You want to evacuate while we do this and wait for it? Tell us what you want us to do, but we intend to kill this dragon.
Got some pretty big stones on you if you think you can kill a dragon.
We've killed
more.
I will billow my cloak. Oh, trust me. We can do this.
We've slain 3. Drove away 1.
Killing dragons is easy. You just throw a rogue at it. It's fine.
The villagers are terrified and are probably, most of them are going to evacuate anyway at this news. If you can kill it, but we're getting the fuck out. We're getting out of Dodge. We're going to make our way to other settlements potentially out of Misty Forest itself. With this knowledge that Altan is probably next on the list now if Galen doesn't show up to these things, and then the other settlements will probably be attacked alongside them or in rapid succession if the cult is like building up its forces in the Misty Forest. So that's where the villagers' mindset is on. Like they don't really care what your plans are necessarily. They're not going to be here to see the fruition of them.
All right. We'll send word when it's dead.
You do that.
I love that face.
You do that.
We will all walk away majestically with the cloak billowing. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah. So
You said yes to the cloak. It's your fault.
it doesn't require attunement. You can billow it all you want.
Damn right I can.
Gretel, after making this grand statement, looks around, looks over to and finds a kind of an empty-looking spot in an alley-ish sort of. If you can find an alley in a treehouse area, walks over to it and vomits.
Axis will come in, hold your hair.
Once the crowd is calmed down and like dispersed, Xanariel like let out a breath that she didn't know she was keeping.
Well, you didn't get killed for imprisoning the town warden, so cool.
She also doesn't like big mobs
Yeah.
of angry.
Gareth will simply just go, "Wow, guys! Somehow all of that went exactly to plan."
For once.
Yeah, I know. Whew.
And charm person didn't fail this time.
Charm person did great. Oh my god.
You remember the last time I tried to use charm person and the guy pretended he was charmed and lied to us?
God, that's the worst.
That was well played, by the way, Mason. Shit. That was awesome.
Yeah.
What part? What did I do?
When you pretended that the guy was charmed, but he wasn't.
Oh, the last time. Yeah. I didn't know what you meant for a second there.
We will head to Dickhead's house and get a set of his clothes.
No, we don't need it.
Yeah, disguise self will magically alter the appearance of your clothes, not just your face.
Raziel and Gareth show up with 2 sets of clothes each. Oh. And walk away.
Yeah, none of you really quite fit the build for an elf.
I mean, I could probably fit an arm in there. In the whole entire shirt.
How do tieflings get shirts up over their horns?
Zippers.
Very awkward.
Wear a lot of button
Definitely
down
zippers.
clothing, and stretchy fabrics,
Buttons are their friends.
knit
Yeah,
fabric.
Samurai is wearing a vest in that picture. That checks out. But yeah, no, it's about 11:30, so I think we're probably going to call it there for this evening. And next week, the ruckus will pick up. Attempting to defend the Misty Forest from a scary green dragon.
Scary my ass. We're gonna fuck this thing up.
That was a lame outro, but that's what you get. I'm tired.
Tune
No,
in next week
Perfect. This is scary
for
green
Dragon Slaying.
My
The
green
scary
dragon.
green dragon may or may not have wiped out an entire battalion of
My people. My friends.
human soldiers.
73rd.